We are unmuted now. I gotta fix the camera placement. The sizing is right, but it says that Britsha is Duncan. So I gotta fix that. Yeah. So welcome though. We're here, and we're gonna play some D&D. We have Britsha with us. What's up, Britsha?
Hello.
Yeah, so Britsha is another pagler like Helios and myself.
Yes. On all sides.
Yeah, you're outnumbered.
One of us.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You just have to join us.
No.
Oh God, where did my face go? Okay, no, hold on. I meant to.
I can permanently decrease the cost of farts.
Oh God.
Yeah, do it if you give me inspiration.
Please increase the cost of farts. If you increase the cost of farts, I'll give you inspiration this once. As a one-time deal. Do you already have inspiration, or have you used it? Let's go. Okay, you can add inspiration. Oh, that's one that Britsha on your sheet. That's
I'm investing. Don't
I never told you.
Motherfucker. I'm investing. We're gonna get it back, then we're gonna lower it again. Look, this will help us.
We just leveled up. We probably had inspiration anyway, you moron.
I have two.
No, you can't have two. You can only have one.
Fuck, then what do I use this for?
You can't. You lost it already, so you just did it for free.
Level up? You should have said that 5 seconds ago.
Well, no, you don't. You don't.
I agreed to this.
Technically, you're not supposed to. You don't get them on level up. Although that's a good idea. I should just give them back at level up.
You're real cool, DM. You
Well,
probably would have done
I think that's
like
actually
that.
fair because I always forget otherwise. So it's a underutilized mechanic if not. So
Well,
I think that's fair. And
I'll
Britsha.
just slurp watermelon, so you give me 2.
So Britsha, I also give you inspiration, Britsha. So at the top left of your sheet, Britsha, do you see where there's inspiration? It's got a little like dragon icon or whatever.
Oh, dude. I love this little poetry blob down here.
What? So on the top, on the top left of your sheet, right next to this that I'm clicking.
Oh, okay.
So you see an inspiration here? It's it's a little bonus you get where if at any point in time you really want to like re-roll something, like you fail something that you think is important and you want to re-roll it, you can just tell me, hey, I'm going to use my inspiration, you uncheck it, and then you would re-roll that roll.
Okay,
So it's like one free re-roll. And normally the idea with inspiration is that you get awarded inspiration for doing like cool things.
Like milking a wyvern.
Potentially. So
I have a feeling we have somebody showing up with a pretty good animal handling check.
that's you might not be wrong about that. Hold on. I should really put your guys' characters' names next to below, like instead of the Twitch thing.
Mine is fine.
But for now, we'll put.
Pretty sure I think of a better name at some point.
Well, Helios will think of his bard name, and then.
A backstory to make it happen.
Yeah.
Names are earned.
Cool. That is good enough for now. Okay. So.
Are you leaving it like that? It looks horrible.
I can't really read it. Hold on.
We just need like a touch more anti-aliasing.
Oh.
More aliases.
Hold on, how do I fix this? Maybe red will look better. That's still bad. I can't read it at all. Why can't I read it?
Put like a name tag in front of my camera.
What if I just do no outline? I don't know. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna figure it out.
Welcome to my 6th grade PowerPoint.
It's so small. I can't. We'll figure it out. So.
This guy has 2,000 followers, by the way.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do I have?
There you go. That's better. Okay.
Oh. Damn.
You can at least read it now.
I have 293.
Alright, so let's recap. What happened to you guys last time?
Attacked, and then we reverse carded them, and now the wyverns are ours.
Yeah,
We got
well,
attacked
before
by a bunch
that,
of angry lizard dog people, kobolds, and then we basically just like fried them, and then we took their dragons.
yeah,
'Cause we're on our way to
The big
Dwarf.
lizard?
yeah. Well, no, we're getting some hat to go to the.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah, you're on your
So
way
we gotta
to.
go dig a hole.
Well, you're on your way to Gabagool City, right? Like.
Yeah, Gabagool City to dig a hole. Get the hat. Get the big lizard afterwards.
Why
So
did
yeah,
I do that? I did not mean to.
that's fine.
draw.
So the group,
Or something
yeah.
else.
So the group last time met a dwarf, this dwarven mercenary who you found out is actually also a noble, like a cousin. Yeah, he's the cousin of the current king of Dupegard, over here. And Dupegard and Gabagard were part of the same kingdom, but Gabagard has kind of been like in a kind of quasi state of rebellion. And so this dwarf came up to you guys and was like, hey, I want to go resolve this, like try to barter with my cousin on behalf of my other cousin. Like he's cousins of both of these dwarves who rule these places. And he wants to try to resolve this. And he told you guys, hey, if you guys come along well with me and help me act as mediators, right, then I'll help you clear out like the old fortress that the archdevil is in.
And why wouldn't he? I mean, we're the masters of de-escalation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you guys were on the way, and then a few days into your journey, you would be actually. So we'll use this is the party icon here. You guys. Yeah, it's an orc that none of you guys have met at this point or have any connection to, but he's the representative of the party. That was Rhook's best friend, Tartrus's character, his best friend. Anyways, so you guys were around here, right, when you were attacked by wyverns, like you said, wyverns that were being kind of like ridden into battle by kobolds, little dragon dudes.
Who's riding smaller lizards.
Yeah, so the dragon dudes are like the kobolds are notorious as like raiders. Them and goblins and ogres, right, are the main things you worry about when you're on roads, beyond other humanoids like boarmen and humans and elves, bandits, right? But kobolds don't really negotiate. They just come in, kill everyone, and take your shit. But you killed them all. You had no issue with them. And then the wyverns gave a little more trouble with their poison barbs, right? But you
Stabbed a few times.
yeah, you hypnotic pattered them, and so they were kind of like just stunned, like, and you tied them up. It was actually a pretty big effort. You had a bunch of your like men in the castle come over and just throw ropes over them, chains, whatever, like tied them together and then tied them down.
Now we have them.
The what?
Now we have them. Yeah.
You have them, yeah. And after the battle, you guys were kind of like taking. I think you were saying you were going to take at least a few hours, or maybe the rest of the day, to kind of like recover from this. And during this time, Branolt, the dwarf, the leader of the dwarves, would send up a messenger to the castle. Again, I think you guys said you had like a rope ladder or something, like.
We would have devised an easy.
Yeah, some sort of like rope ladder or multiple rope ladders for people to go up and down between the castle and the ground.
I think Talvo probably would come up with something similar, like a rope net that you use to like, climb up to the sails or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, rigging, yeah. And the Branolt would send up a dwarf, one of his dwarves, one of his lieutenants, who would come up here, find you guys while you're trying to figure out what to do with these wyverns, which are kind of going like, rah, rah, just like helplessly, right? Branolt would send up a messenger, and the messenger would come up to you guys. Adau was so tired that he just went to his bed afterwards, right?
He had a rat lapse. Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as you guys go, this messenger would come up and be like, Talvo and Helios, right?
Yeah.
He's like, there's someone here that wants to see you guys. A lady. She.
The one of Adau's. Jeez.
She.
Oh no.
This.
Did he go back to his room and booty call somebody?
No, so yeah, he'd be like, she kind of came out of nowhere and helped us in the fight down there against the wyverns, and then even healed up one of our buddies when that was bleeding out.
That's a win.
Yeah.
Alright, meet him.
Okay, and yeah, so then they would go down
Not
and
be coming up here for money. She better not be coming up here to ask to be paid. I swear to God.
So yeah, so they would go back down.
Money. We can give like a $5.
And Britsha, they would let you go up the ladder, or this rope ladder, to the castle, and so you would come up, like, clamber up over the top into the castle, like through a gate, right? This is a castle on a floating island of rock and dirt. You go through the gate and you see a couple of like fully grown wyverns, like strapped to each other in the ground.
Tails tied together, very important detail.
Yeah, the tails tied together, the barbs like flailing around harmlessly right now, and a bunch of like soldiers of all different races. You have halflings, you have humans, you have one or two dwarves, one or two elves, a few boarmen actually, and some guys, some girls, and yeah, you can see clearly the two leaders are this Boarman, actually fairly short Boarman for his compared to the other Boarmen around, who has an instrument on his back, and you see well, you don't know his name yet, but Talvo, this kind of like flamboyantly dressed roguish type. I don't know, it's not that flamboyant, it's more just like fine clothes, right? Like it's yeah, so he's got the drip.
Yeah.
And so you see
18 charisma drip.
Yeah, and so on the other hand, what do they see, Britsha? What does your character look like?
A woman.
Sorry, I just watched Tartrus playing Witcher 3. I'm looking for a woman.
Yeah.
She's a woman. She's wearing, she has a. I guess I'll go with like the drawing that I did as a reference.
Yeah.
She's got a white shirt. She's got a blue apron, sort of thing. She's got a bag filled with flowers, like a big sack of flowers.
Another bag.
Yeah. I also have another bag that's got a rat in it. And then there's a rat on my shoulder. I've got a funny little blue hat. And
a rat in that one too?
No. I just have two rats. One light grey rat and one dark grey rat.
Do you want me to show them your art?
Yeah, it's also on the picture.
Yeah,
There's also I've also put it as the profile in the.
Yeah.
See, that'd be
so
Britsha
is like a talented artist and drew his character.
What the hell? Can I like throw you money to draw mine?
so you have this character here, who is human. You know she's also like fairly short for right too.
Yeah.
But
what race? Just out of curiosity.
Human, yeah.
Human,
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just human.
Yeah, and but honestly though, I would say there's some stuff that like in this drawing, like so you could tell though, like even though she's not like super tall or anything, it looks kind of unassuming. Just like looking at her for a few seconds, you can tell that she also seems like she's probably a fairly competent survivalist, just from the type of gear you see at her, like coming out of her bag. Besides the flowers, you would see signs of other tools.
Under the flowers.
And she would also have the quarterstaff on her. Would it be on her back, or would she be using it as like a walking stick? What do you think, Britsha?
On her back at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and the rats are unusually cool and calm. Like they are very clearly like trained pets. And you guys would know that like druids are a thing. You would be able to instantly pinpoint that she's probably a druid, just because most people, even if they have well-trained pet rats, aren't going to be just having them like this.
I'm already a little leery because we pissed off a lot of centaurs and tree ants in the past. Oh no!
We may have to apologize for something.
Britsha, as your character can like walk up to them, one of your rats goes like chitters in your ear, and the one of the rats chitters in your ear, Britsha, in your character's ear, and she can understand that the rat is saying like, I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no!
It's the excitable one, not the lazy one. Do you have names for them?
Right. I came up with names, but I don't know if I should use them. I was gonna call them Blunkus and Funkus.
Blunkus and Funkus?
Yeah.
Which one is which?
Blunkus is the useful light grey one, and then Funkus is chilling in the bag.
Alright, so Blunkus is like Blunkus is the one who basically is like, I don't got a good feeling about this. Again, you don't literally, it's not like they literally speak, but you get the vibe that they're worried.
Can I just universal speech? Hello.
To the rats?
I can understand.
You can. Yeah, if you want to. So
I can understand that.
They don't know this yet, though, so this is gonna be awkward. So Britsha, your character walks up, and I'm assuming you guys. You have the floor, Talvo and Helios. This person again, like this character, sure, like they seem like they're probably a fairly competent survivalist and herbalist and whatever, but they also like don't necessarily look like the person you'd expect to be running into combat.
Man, I'm sitting in my like freaking flying castle, surrounded by like 100 men. I'm not worried. What can we do for you today?
Hey. What's up?
Us.
What's up?
You're the one who wanted to talk to me.
Wait. Wait, poetry. So do I need to talk in like Elden speak, or can I like say like, yo?
You don't have to. No.
I would be like.
We assume what I say is that we assume it's getting translated for the modern audience, right? So you can talk. You can talk normally.
Party just unnamed.
Yeah, you can talk normally, and we'll assume you say it in the equivalent terms, right? So.
Okay. Fair. Alright.
Yeah.
Real cool.
So, I saw your flying castle. I was in that city.
Yeah, that city we were in.
City. Yeah. I saw that big old castle. Whoa, crazy shit. And you know, you got adventure. Am I right?
As you've seen, apparently, yes.
We have goals, yeah.
See, I think I could be an asset. I could help you out or something, you know? And my little rats.
The rats are chill.
One of the rats says, like, this guy seems pretty smart for a Boarman. They're chittering about Helios. And it's funny because Helios can actually understand them, but they don't know that he can understand them.
Isn't universal speech that they can understand me, but I can't hear him back?
You make your speech intelligible to any creature.
Yeah,
no, that's right. So you.
They say, but I can speak them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like,
you're
I
right.
hear you. Just like even though I don't.
Yeah, so.
It'll be cool though.
So they're chittering and they're like, well. One of the rat points its little claw at Helios in awe.
Helios, I don't like rats that much, man. I was fine with him before, but I mean,
This is sort of not great timing. Yeah, I was out that day, but I heard Adau. That wasn't too great. I want to keep them away from Short Bard.
I assume Riley is just like lazing about in the courtyard somewhere, and I'm like pulling over him, and he's got a rat tail still.
Oh yeah. So Britsha, your character looks over and sees that there is a little halfling, right? Like a hobbit, basically. A halfling walking around, except they have a rat tail inexplicably sticking out of their pants.
My
I want to stay away from them for a minute. What can you bring?
Talvo's pretty guarded. Like,
Yeah.
nothing against you personally, but I had a little bit of trouble with rats lately.
They're a little. We're working on it. We have the group therapy session tomorrow night, but. What can you bring?
It seems like you have some hesitation about my you have some hesitation about my rats, and I'm not about that. Let me show you what they can do. Check out this guy. And then he kind of can do like a flip.
Yeah, with Blunkus does a little
inspiration to them.
Blunkus does a little rat nod, and then he does a flip. He goes like, whoa!
Yeah.
Talvo was instantly enchanted.
Check that shit out.
Okay, roll
that's-
intimidation check.
That's actually kind of badass.
Blunkus chitters excitedly, like he's happy that he showed off.
Talvo is already on board. I don't care what this guy can or can't do in combat or to help us, but that's gonna be great for the morale of the troops.
Riley can't do that.
Hey Riley, can you do a flip, man?
Riley's like, I can try, and he goes boom, and he just fucking falls on his back.
Roll an acrobatics check. Okay, 13.
Nice try, man. Nice try.
Why am I rolling with advantage? Whoops.
So
It's advantage because he's not used to the tail.
I will say, you guys still haven't even asked her name yet.
Yeah, what's I was thinking about rats again. What's your name?
It's Bree. Short for Brianna. I'm Bree Merhart. I'm from the west, I think.
Yeah.
That would be helpful to have someone who knows about, because I surely will get over there one day.
Yeah, see, that's like the longer term goal, but you found us at a good time. Because we're going east.
Different chick, very cool, very cool.
But yeah, I'm a traveling flower seller. I go around, I sell people these flowers and
telemarketers.
Well, I don't have to sell to you, but I might be selling along the way.
Some money.
Anybody here want a flower, maybe?
How much is it?
I don't know. What's currency in this?
I mean, so like I imagine a bouquet would be a few silver, a couple silver pieces. That would be normal price, but you could charge.
Pull one outside of Adau's door and fuck with them.
Just so you know, though, Britsha, so the way it works is that in your money, which you starting out with none, we actually need to get you some. We'll figure out what your starting items are later, because you would definitely have some nicer gear at this point. But so you see at the top of the gear where it has money.
It's those little the little 5.
Yeah, so the main ones are
silver.
Yeah. So the main thing here, I'll just put for now a conversion thing so that you know. We don't use Illyrium really, but hold on.
Where am I supposed to look? I can't find this. Where's money?
It's like in the very middle, basically.
Top of your inventory.
Check's wallet.
Yeah. So at the top of, in the bottom middle section of your sheet, there's items, and then it's at the top of that section.
What, the CPSPEP?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. So I put the conversion right there. So the furthest right is platinum, which is the most valuable. 1 platinum is the same as 10 gold, and then 1 gold is the same as 10 silver, right? And then 1 silver is the same as 10 copper. So that's the conversion rate. One platinum is worth 1,000 copper, right? So yeah.
How many flowers you got?
Well, as you can see from this huge bag, quite a lot.
At least 3 in there.
I wish I had a Adau here to tell me exactly how many men I have.
There's also
It's like 63, right?
it's something like that, yeah. You also so one of the rats like chitters and points a claw back down over the edge of the castle.
Are we listening to, is he the leader? Or him, her? Are they the leader?
Wait, am I supposed to listen to my... So what do I do? My rat's just pointing.
Funkus is trying to tell you, like, what about the other flowers you have?
Oh yeah. Oh right, yeah, good point. Yo, I got more. I got stacks of flowers. I got a whole cart full of flowers. And an elk.
If you can get me 63 flowers for all of my men here, just to give to everybody to tell them they've been doing a good job lately.
Oh hell yeah. Well, I got that shit. Hold on. And I run over to my cart.
It's up with us.
I jump off the castle.
That's how it is, like levitated up, I don't know.
Well,
yeah, you clamber back down the ladder.
Maybe we go down because we'll expect the ground. Like our castle situation's fine at this point.
Okay, yeah.
We'll fall down.
Yeah, you can
We'll
go
check
down
out
and
with the dwarves and see how they're doing.
yeah. So Bree leads you over. I'm assuming you guys would also give Bree your guys' names at some point. And Bree's actually already heard of your names because she heard about you.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So you guys would reach the cart, which is it seems like Bree basically pulled up right when the fighting began, and so it's right at the edge of the dwarves' camp. The dwarves all looking curiously too, because like, what the heck is a flower merchant doing here? It's a little cart that actually has it's like a covered wagon actually that is pulled by an elk. I don't know if you have a name for the elk too, Britsha, but
no, not yet.
Okay, yeah. So the elk is there, and there's like a whole miniature greenhouse inside. I imagine, right? Like probably lots of flowers and herbs and stuff inside. Yeah. So.
First question: what happened to our elk? Second. No.
Yeah, your elk.
And my very special, expensive elk.
They're having a good day, whatever field they're out in.
They could be in the castle. I don't know.
Yeah, they're up in the castle.
Also, I'm not seeing it. Didn't I commission some gold stars?
Yeah, you got 10 of those. You've given away like 4, okay. I think.
Okay, let's go with 6 gold stars then. All right, so we're looking at all these flowers, and I'm like, okay, so what would 63 of those run me?
You know, maybe like, I don't know, 63 gold would be pretty hype.
Doesn't know.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, you can't use that on another player character. Well, also that's only advantage on insight. It's not even like a.
Yeah, but Talvo still knows a shit deal when he sees one.
I see. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you know that that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
How about
gold is
63 silver?
You know, what about... We could do a bit more than that, you know? These are some high quality flowers. They come from, you know, the west.
West?
You haven't been there. Or maybe you have, but, you know.
No, they haven't. Not that you know
We
that.
did say that. We did say that. I mean... 63 gold is a lot of money, my lady.
Well, you know, it was just a, you know, I was just having a little goof. But you know, I am a serious flower seller, and you know, I'll part with these for 100 silver.
Okay, I think that's a fair deal.
Oh, yo, shit, let's go.
I'm gonna send you a message to Britsha. Just an idea.
Oh.
God is talking to me.
200 silver would be
Hold
20
on.
gold, right? The
Yeah,
conversion?
it'd be 20 gold.
God, there's no God too.
Wait, stop the transaction. I had a vision. What if I, like, yo, what about I give you these flowers for free, but you take me around in your castle and whatnot, my elk is getting tired from walking around many miles and whatnot. We've been walking around for 5 years, traveling these treacherous lands
I
and
would just been
shit.
for like 2 months. What?
Yeah, I'm, these legs are dying, and I need to sit. So that castle's looking real good.
We're just an Uber.
But also, like, so this shouldn't retract from the fact that I do actually want to, like, help you guys out if you got, like, if you got some stuff to do, anything interesting, quests maybe.
We're going to hang out with some dwarves.
Yeah, we're gonna go see some dwarves.
Oh. Well,
Dwarves?
I heard all the stories from, like, the city. There were people saying how fucking sick you guys were. But, alright.
I mean,
You're just hanging out.
we're gonna go see some dwarves and then an archdevil. So.
His hat.
Yeah. So, I mean.
We're just to hang out. Like,
With the dwarves, not the archdevil.
right, okay. And what would beating that what would, theoretically, messing up that archdevil, what would that do?
When Bree says messing up the devil, one of the which rat would it be? It'd be Blunkus goes like wait, like air punches, little rat air punches.
Nice.
I cast minor image. Roll.
Hat.
Yeah.
I pointed it and say hat.
Yes, very good.
So Bree asks,
What can you bring to the table?
So yeah, like, I know we got a bit sidetracked with the flowers and the rats, but yeah, I'm actually, like, a pretty, good sorcerer. I've been studying for quite a lot of my life. I've studied, what were the name of the tree people?
Dryads. You were taught by dryads.
Dryad. I was taught by dryads. If you don't know what that is, that's funny tree people.
And, we don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Never run into them. Yeah.
And yeah.
Can you do any cool tricks?
Jump into the
yeah.
tree real quick.
Jump into a tree.
I'll give you.
Can I do that?
Well, there is something that would let you become something that could do that.
Oh shit! But I don't remember what. Oh wait. How many times can I do that a day?
Oh, I think a couple. I don't remember.
I'm not gonna waste on jumping in a tree.
Am I? Actually, let me go.
I'm gonna assume we're gonna have this little, like, funny interaction and, like, be a day of travel before anything, like, really important happens.
We just had a battle. We're not gonna move. We're gonna take a day.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna go look to see how many of those you have a day.
Yeah, this is all flavor. Let's just burn some
Jumps
stuff
into a tree, finds a Adau in there with another
Yeah.
dryad.
An elf would be fucking a tree, wouldn't he?
You can do it. You can do it twice in a day. So.
All right. Well,
Out of combat, it's kind of like as long as it's not like it doesn't break everything happening. I think spells for fun is kind of like.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you do then?
Well, they clearly want me to jump into a tree, so I do whatever it is that allows me to do that. Like, I don't know, am I supposed to, like, charge up?
You would just kind of like maybe say like a chant in Druidic, right?
Alright. Yeah.
And then what happens?
Alright. Can I change into a kangaroo?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if hold on, wait. I think it might have to be something you've seen before.
Yeah, wrong continent. Wrong continent.
I've never. What is an animal? Hold on, wait a second. Oh, it's a kangaroo.
But so I don't know if you would actually know what a kangaroo is. Yeah, it has to be a beast you've seen before.
What will I have seen? I don't know what my pool of animals is.
I mean, you could also turn into like a flying animal, like a hawk or a owl.
Turning into fucking anything would be.
Yeah, you can turn into a bird. So.
I've been doing that. I forgot about that. I was supposed to fly somewhere. We're gonna do that this session.
Yeah.
Well, they seem, you know. Do I hear them say that they'd be pretty hype if I change into anything? Because then I'll just change into whatever.
Yeah, and then I'll call.
Well, I mean, honestly, all I asked was like, can you do anything cool? So if you just change into an animal, cool. I'd be like, oh yeah.
I'll change into an owl.
Okay. All of a sudden, you see, this girl like clasp her hands or do whatever she does. Like hold. Actually, you said you were gonna hold like a flower, right? Like a specific flower.
Yeah, that's my focus.
Yeah, maybe like a dried out flower, or something that you preserved or something. She holds this flower, kind of chants a prayer chants some words in a language you guys neither of you understand, and then she is now an owl sitting on the ground.
Shit. I can do that. Hold on. 10. Okay, I was hoping to be a 1. That'd be funny.
So yeah, it's a
break dance.
Sure, the owl can break dance. Sure.
Seems a little weird for somebody carrying around 2 rats to turn into an owl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The rats, when you do this, by the way, the rats like plop to the ground next to you when you do this. They can't like.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh.
They're used to it though.
Yeah.
They know when I'm morphing.
Look at that, like.
One of the rats.
Helios and just kind of point like, that seems useful.
Funkus just kind of seems like a little annoyed that he's out of his comfortable position now.
Yeah. Yeah, but he could be hyping me up if I'm like going like this to them as an owl.
Yeah.
I don't think that rat's the leader.
You know what? I got something cool for you. Back up in the castle you could turn into.
You could try that too. We're just fucking around with all some powers.
Okay. So
it's the down
I still
day.
communicate as an owl.
No.
Am I still?
You can go. You can go. Hoo, hoo. But you can also just revert out of your beast form. By the way, you can stay in this form for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. So you're level 9, so that's 4 hours. You can stay as an owl for 4 hours.
Shit. You're going to the town.
Hey, Bree, 1 sec. I actually need to talk to my co-conspirator here.
I'm just gonna stay as an owl and just like peck up the floor.
I'd turn around and I'd kind of like put my hand on Helios' shoulder and whisper him. We can milk him.
Milk an owl.
No. We haven't turned into a wyvern.
Don't know if that's how that works.
You hear this, Britsha? You can still understand the Britsha. Like, you're still like fully intelligent, but you just can't.
Like supersonic hearing as an owl.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You have a really good vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just turn around, you're back in the human form. Just...
So you actually hear them say this, even though you're trying to whisper it.
We already have 2.
I pretend I don't hear it though. I'm just like looking off to the side.
What if we had 3? We have so many ballistas. They all take a whole vial. Like, come on, man. It couldn't hurt.
I don't even know how we're doing it.
I mean, obviously she'd be helpful for other things, but you know, when we're just like doing days of travel, and that one we wouldn't have to try and tame. We could just do it. Will she would probably be into it.
She's not into it though. She's like...
He says that from the background. It's like, well, okay, yeah. So,
and Talvo was just turn on. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
we're good.
Okay, so yeah, it's
Only give him like out of context what's happening.
yeah. So Britsha, yeah, they're welcoming you on board. I imagine at some point you would figure out a way to bring the cart up onto the castle. I guess, does levitate work? Does it have a weight limit? I can't remember. Let's see. Levitate.
Flowers aren't heavy.
The spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. The cart definitely weighs more than 500 pounds.
Well, what if we just got like... Have any other like wizards on board or whatever?
Yeah,
Like, group levitate. Yeah, we have a shaman. Can we like
Shot is
use levitate and like 1,000 pounds?
Is levitate on the cleric spell list? No, so he can't do that. No.
Well, what if we levitate just the cart and then we carry up the flowers by hand?
You could probably do that. You could probably like take out the flowers separately, and then the cart would barely be probably around 500 pounds.
I polymorph into a wyvern, pick it up, and put it down.
You can't polymorph into a wyvern.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
you
about my
can.
elk?
Right there.
You can polymorph into. Well, so the keyword is if you look at like put polymorph in the chat.
Right, the thing, the level cap or whatever.
Not even that.
Wait.
Look-
When we were at Kerbach City, we had a gangplank as well because we were floating next to.
Yeah, you. It's just that
Who
there's.
forgot the game?
You have the gameplay. It's just that it's like you're on the side of a hill, but the hill's not steep enough to really like sit next to it, right? If that makes sense.
Well, then we'll move.
Yeah, what you could do is just have the cart go on the ground for a little bit, and then eventually.
Just tie a really long
Yeah,
rope.
can I go over to the doors and be like, can you guys just haul this for a little bit till we can take care of it?
they're down. They're down.
So
That's,
we have the castle. Just
I mean,
really
the elk is
long
gonna
rope.
haul it. They're just gonna. They'll
I mean,
command the elk.
once we get close to these mountains, obviously there'll be some place where we can just lower the
How
castle
heavy
down.
are elk?
An
They
elk
under
is
500 pounds.
probably around 500 pounds, I imagine. I don't know.
Well, then they're like luxury now. Bring them up to the others.
Okay, so you just got the dwarves like hand push the cart.
Do
That
the
feels- that
members
feels
know
weird.
that, like, do they know about the fact that I can change back at any time from animal form?
They probably haven't interacted with a lot of druids. Druids are a known thing, but they're not
So
like.
we're doing this, and the owl's just still there.
Most of the time,
Yeah, 'cause
druids are kind of like.
she doesn't,
solitary, you know?
She doesn't want to talk to people too much, so like she's like, now that you've just like allowed her, she's just gonna like fly up into the top of your castle and just sit there as like everything's happening.
One of the guards is like, "Oh, look at Al, that's breakfast." No, just kidding. no, they don't. They wouldn't do that. They
But I
oh
can, and
yeah.
then I'll change back into myself again.
Yeah, she's back and catch it. And just be like,
But no, so Helios, the problem with is the keyword with polymorph is like a few sentences in. The new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than your level. So it can only be a beast. A wyvern is not a beast. It's a dragon, technically. It's a weaker dragon.
that can be a giant ant.
You can be a giant ant.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
If you were a giant ant, you could lift so much more of your body weight, and then you.
Exactly.
Here's the other thing you have to realize, though, with polymorph is that if you polymorph yourself, you take on that new thing's mental capacity.
So that might be really stupid.
So you still
There I
retain.
am.
You would still remember like who's your friends and enemies. So in the middle of a combat situation, if you like change yourself to a big like creature, you're gonna know who to attack, but you're not gonna necessarily understand your companions at that point in time.
Yeah.
I have a spell called Giant Insect that I can make an ant into like even bigger.
Wait, is that a thing? Giant
Yeah, my
insect.
level 4 spells.
Oh my
Giant
God.
Insect.
I'm gonna put you more from the giant ant, and then you're gonna use that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna just be like.
But so the
really
difference
big.
is,
Mega ant.
so polymorph has that limitation. Britsha, so Bree's ability does not. Bree, when you turn into an animal, you maintain your intelligence. So you're fully
yeah.
aware and
You
sentient
can't
still.
do something else.
Yeah, whereas, so like that's the thing
Pick
is,
up the cart.
if Helios was going to do the messenger strat from last time, I was going to have there be checks to see if he like forgot where he was going and get lost in the woods on the way.
Oh, that'd be funny though.
It would have been funny, but now you have someone who got to actually do that and not
Yeah,
get
okay.
lost on the way.
And someone would implement that without us knowing. That'd be funny.
I miss having another martial character in the party.
Sorry. I'm like, yes, another magic.
I mean, I can stab something if you want me to.
We're really good at not getting stabbed, so.
Yeah, that's true. There was like 3 combat encounters where you all got fucked up. That took no damage.
You're like one of the supposed to be one of the tankier ones.
Scorpion.
So okay, so yeah, so what do you? So are you guys just gonna continue traveling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the next couple days, Bree, you would be able to start to get to know them and the rest of the crew on the flying castle. Most of them are, it's just, kind of a raggedy bunch. Some of the Boarmen were warriors for Krubak. Others were prisoners of different factions who are freed now.
Yeah, obviously we would give her like a tour of the castle and we'd kind of explain what we got going on here.
That's Adau's room.
We would show her the prisoner and be like, we don't know what's going on with this guy right now.
Yeah, they have a dude in prison. He's like looks like a roguish type.
I don't know anything about that one. So I'm just like, that they have him.
He tried to kill us, and he's all mad because somebody tried to kill some guards, and he's on the back burner right now.
Blunkus, when Blunkus hears this, or like when Blunkus sees this guy, they go like, the prisoner.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. Yeah.
Can I kick him?
Please don't. No, he's in a cell. We're not opening that door because I'm scared of him. Because I know what.
Is there no bars, though? Can I kick him for the bars?
Do you just ask them this? Like, are you asking me if you can just kick him?
I'm asking you, because like after Blunkus made that noise, I'm like, oh, that seems like that's probably a shit person. So
the guy is sitting in there glaring at you guys. You could probably kick him if you want.
Can I kick him then?
I would try to put a hand on or something. Wait. The guy has some legitimate complaints. He's just being a bit of a dick about it, okay?
Yeah. Hearing him out. Why he's just in here.
We're trying to treat him nice, because...
What information?
Yeah. We're trying to...
Alright.
We're trying to Stockholm syndrome him.
The guy is just listening to all this, and he's like, what is your guys' problem? Why don't you just kill me and be done with it if you're gonna have me here?
Do not tempt me. I'm sure
I'll let
He's like, Tapua will watch over my soul.
Okay, well,
Who asked?
They'll come for you, you know.
Yeah. You failed the first time.
He just glares.
Have 2 pissed off rats who don't even know you. So,
he looks at
Man, I'm trying so hard to do right by you. You're making me want to drop you up this fucking fly.
he looks at
Swear to fucking God.
He like ignores Talvo and just looks at Bree and is like, you're joining them now. You're gonna use your you're clearly a mage of nature. You're gonna use your magical abilities to help them butcher more innocents.
Yeah.
One of the rats was like holding yeah, and they're like, what?
We'll get back to that.
I mean, sure. She's not too bothered about if something needs to get done, she can handle it.
There's only a handful of cases where I almost said a rogue action, but that's not highly correct in this context.
Yeah, but okay, so we're leaving. We're leaving. But as we walk out the door, I use thieves' can't say little bitch.
Oh, that's funny.
What is that?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've done the tour. We've let everybody know he's our special guest.
Yeah.
Like, keep an eye on her. We've been tricked before. We're not gonna show you that yet.
There's a vault.
I missed that one.
Yeah, there's a vault that has like a lock, and Adau, I think, has the key to that.
Asleep in it.
Okay.
He locked himself in. That's why he's not here.
Yeah.
Stumbled in drunk and then took the key with him, and now he's locked inside. We'll start tomorrow by opening the door.
I like the idea that Adau just went into the vault drunk, locked himself in, and is just sleeping on the gold like a little fucking accountant dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the yeah, it definitely. So
drunk thought of just hoard.
we'll say that the next couple days of travel go without incident. Actually, the kind of crew starts to get to know Bree, and they're all like very curious about like the flowers and everything.
And everyone's very cool about her being the only female in the castle.
There are a few other females in your crew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have a couple.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably like majority guys, but there are definitely other female warriors and fighters.
Talvo would definitely like
Off the edge.
Yeah. So the yeah. Anyways, though, you guys would travel. And what I'm actually going to have you do here is we'll have Britsha do this, your first official roll.
Oh God.
What I want you to do is roll a 10-sided die, a D10.
Oh no.
1d10.
Mm-hmm. This is a random encounter roll. The way these normally, well, kinda. The way I actually do random encounter dice is that if you roll a 10, sometimes I'll use an 8-sided die or a 12, depending on the terrain and stuff. If you roll a maximum number, then you're gonna get a deadly level encounter. If you roll the second highest, you get a other encounter.
The fuck?
Now I just gotta figure out what type of encounter this would be.
There's the flip.
This is the one time I get a good roll, that's not a good thing.
Okay, so the after a few days of travel, you guys have actually made it like closer to Gabagard on the map here, right? You guys are all going about your business. The castle's like traveling along with the dwarves below you, when all of a sudden you all hear a crash and the castle actually shakes a little bit.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and you all start.
Oh, wherever I have, do I like have the crystal thing on me, or is it like okay? So I'm like, I wasn't.
Yeah, you hold it and focus on it, and you sense, and it's basically, honestly, it's like there's almost like a little computer voice and it tells you like structural damage on the outside wall.
I use a quick identify on it just to see if anything's wrong beyond that with the actual like flying part that we're in the air.
Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, like the item itself.
No.
The item itself seems fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm assuming you guys probably rush above outside to see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you kind of like all rush out onto the different parts of the outer wall, you would come up just in time to see another ballista bolt flying, boom, and it hits the side of the keep, sending rubble and rock flying everywhere down below.
Whoa, what the?
And yeah,
What the hell?
looking over, you see that there is like a stone tower on a hilltop a few hundred feet away. Actually, more like 1,000 feet away. They just, you're a big target.
Operation Shaloa?
What?
You want to do an Operation Shaloa? Small tower?
And you see...
I assume we met in the courtyard. And my first thing would be like, because I, during this like travel time and, during our like stocking period, I would have kind of familiarized myself with the ability of Ballista. I'd be like, Helios, up!
Yeah.
Up, do it! Target practice. All right.
So you start going up.
No, not even that, but like they can only aim up so high before.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and as you do this, so you get a message from Branalt, who sends you guys the message. I don't who had the sending stone.
There.
Who had the sending stone? Helios. So would it be Adau or was it?
I thought someone else had it because I have message like sending. We gave the actual rock to somebody.
I think it would have been Talvo, right?
Yeah, I think it would make more sense because I'm kind of like the director of operations or whatever.
If Adau had them, you stole them from his room because he's not here.
Yeah.
So Branalt sends you a message. He's like, hold, I'll run ahead and stop this. It's just a dwarven sentry outpost.
Okay, well, we're still gonna go like up out of their range.
Okay.
But we're like a watch just in case it's not a dwarven outpost and we'll be ready.
Yeah, and so you guys go up and like sort of above this tower, and you get up on the wall and start peeking down, and you see
like, directly above it. They can't fire straight up, right?
Yeah, you can be above it. Yeah, basically right above it. So maybe at a slight angle, so you can actually see over the top, right?
Yeah, basically the idea is I just wanted to be out of their firing arc.
Yeah, what you see is that this was actually a little like ravine or like mountain pass, right? That basically has like a little gatehouse, and this tower is right next to the gate. And you look down, you can actually see it's like a dwarven checkpoint leading further into the mountains along this road. This is one of the few major roads that heads up to Gabagard, so it makes sense there would be kind of this outpost here, right at the border of the dwarven kingdom. And looking over, you can see that the dwarves were reloading the ballista and had it like aimed at you guys again, but you got outside of their range, their radius. And so you see your little dwarven.
I would look at Bree assuringly. Hey, don't worry, this sort of thing happens a lot.
Yeah. It's way less worse than the wyverns, probably.
The rats chitter to you worriedly. They're not so sure about the situation.
How often are they 1,000 feet in the air? So,
so yeah, you see the dwarven mercenaries below approaching the castle. This not castle, the gate. This checkpoint, and there's clearly like these negotiations that start, but it's unclear to you exactly what's happening. And after like a couple minutes, it hasn't resolved clearly.
Probably not too. I mean, they are probably afraid of the flying ground because they're dwarves.
That's
not supposed to be up there.
This flying castle has some history associated with it. They might not know that it's us and not Hilda, you know.
Can I shoot like a quick send them and be like, do you want us to show ourselves and be like, hey?
To who?
Branalt.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think sending's basically it's unlimited. I can just kind of talk to him.
Well, it's not unlimited. It's the same as the sending stones. It's just that you can use a spell slot to do it, so you're not limited to one a day.
Okay, we'll send one. And be like, do you want us to show ourselves or?
He would respond back and he'd be like, "Just stay there. Fight might break out down here."
Is it inter-dwarf? Do you want us to interfere? Just kind of chill.
Are you sending another message?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
right.
I can do that.
Yeah, you have the rock. Okay, so use the rock. Use the one. Do I have to take that off the spell thing then?
Yeah, you used one spell for that.
Yeah, I'm not sending anymore. That's level 3.
Yeah.
Take over.
Should we come down there and see if we can sort this out, or?
He would say, "Sure, but you might get hurt."
We want to fly down there like a recon and then come back up if they're in trouble.
How about we have Bree become something cool and fly down?
What's a bird from around here that's not suspicious? That lands right next to him.
I'm assuming we probably won't need 2 druid ships. We'll have one for info and then one for combat. That seems reasonable. Not to metagame too much, but.
Yeah, does Bree volunteer to go down there as a scout?
I would ask Bree, hey,
so
can you go down there?
What do you need to do?
Would you like to kind of go down there and see how negotiations are going and whether or not we should go down there and either talk it out or, and then
Or, you know,
pulls out a dagger and like.
Yeah, I got this.
Okay.
And then I'll change into a pigeon.
Okay, a pigeon.
Oh, a messenger pigeon.
the rat just plop. It's like, oh.
Alright, so the pigeon Bree will just fly down there, flutter down there. Are you gonna land like on the parapets, the crenellations?
The what?
the wall. It just means the edge of the wall. Or are you gonna like try to hover around in the air? Like, are you gonna fly around above or like land on top of this castle gate wall sort of thing?
I'll do what pigeons do and kind of fly around and then maybe land somewhere, maybe peck at the ground looking for food.
Okay.
Like I'll just
blending in.
I'm just normal pigeon things.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a good image of what I'm thinking of as far as like this gate. It'd be something like this. Yeah, hold on. Let me... Hold on. Oh, God damn it. I don't have a way to put this in Roll20 quickly because it's the stupid Google WebP format, which I hate. It's so annoying. But I'll put it in the Discord. I was imagining something like this. Like, this is basically the situation you guys are in, and now your castle is flying above that.
Okay.
So, except one of those towers would be higher, and that's the one that the ballista's on.
Google a ballista too.
Yeah, so Bree can kind of like go and land on like the side of the mountain and just kind of like pretend to be a pigeon doing pigeon things.
And then, he like see and overhear while he was,
So
eavesdropping essentially this confrontation.
So what you would see in here, what Bree was seeing here would be that there are there's a group of like 60 dwarves or so, kind of all like sitting there at the like below the gate. The gate has been closed, and there's like an angry dwarf like sergeant on top of the little gate there, who's going like. He's like, Branald, you know we can't let you in here, lad. I knew you when you were not but a young lad. But we can't let you in here. You know damn well why. And Branald says, Branald will say, like, we're only coming to negotiate. That castle, I already told you, it's not Hilda, it's not one of the other giants. It's just some humans, elves, Boarman. They're with us. And the guy's like, I don't care about them. Now that you told me that, they can go ahead. But not you, Brennan. Not you. And then it kind of just devolves into bickering there, Bree, where you could tell that this guy is basically adamant that he's not going to let the dwarves through.
Yeah.
He's like, you know damn well that Eric does not want you coming in there.
So is Branald again?
Branald's the leader of the dwarves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've met him. You've met him a couple times by now.
How do you spell his name?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, Bran Oates. Yeah.
That might be a good time to come back and report.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
fly back up.
Give me 1 second. Okay, yep. Yeah, you're able to just fly back up there and revert back to your normal form.
Yeah.
Way cooler than my shit.
He can't sing. She can't sing. She can't sing, okay? Just like calm down. She's just a plow girl. You're fine, man. You're fine.
Anyway, welcome back. You're like arguing about.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So, I went down there and it doesn't seem like doesn't seem they want us. They don't want the dwarves through. They don't want Brennelt through. It's it seems pretty. They seem pretty set on that.
Oh, out of character. Gabagool is the place where they were like weren't friendly, right?
Well, it's
he's from Dupegard.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the current ruler of Gabagard is cousins with the ruler of Dupegard, just like Branold is also another cousin on like another side. They're all cousins, right? And so it seems like Gabagard is not allowing them to enter. These are guards from Gabagard.
Guards got it. So I don't know.
I think we should try and go down there and talk. We're here as negotiators. I think this could be
Roll.
this. Yeah, let's be our first trial. So we know that they're not going to fire on the castle. I think we would back up, obviously, a little bit, lower it, and then me, Helios, and Bree, if she wants to come with, would all come down and kind of try to mediate what's going on here.
That was still passed out somewhere in the castle.
Yeah, yeah. You get down there and you'd walk up to the front of the dwarven convoy, and you'd see the same sergeant like yelling down from there. Brandon looks over at you guys and he's like, "You can try talking to him."
Seems to be the problem here. I don't know.
Look, Brandon and the men have come to mediate. I understand if you don't want to let this entire legion through. What if we take Brandon with us? He leaves his troop here, and we take negotiations forward.
He'd pause. There's this guy. He was like shouting. When he paused when you guys walked up, and he'd be like, "All right." And he thinks about it. What are you negotiating exactly?
Yeah, bro.
Brandon would be like, "I'm just here to try to talk to Eric and see if he'll lay down arms."
We're looking for peace.
The dwarf on the wall is like,
And listen, I'm being nice because you already fricked up my castle. So,
No money.
"You damn outsiders shouldn't even be in here without our permission first. Don't even try to pin that on me."
We're over there.
He looks like he's angered by the idea of it, like you accusing him of this.
what did I do to you?
These are dwarven realms. Human, I've been nice enough not to just shoot you where you stand or take you back to the mines.
Already did. We're gonna look past that. We just want to fix things before they de-escalate.
Brandon is like, it's like, "Oh, now you got his pride involved."
Yeah. Would you not be the hero if you let us through and solve the negotiations?
I'm gonna point up to my castle and the huge, like the several poison-tipped ballistas sitting up there. Did you notice I didn't fire back? You have one ballista. Look how many I have.
Ours is made of dwarven engineering, better than whatever the shite is you got up there.
Quality over quality.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, quality this," and he actually is gonna literally take a hand axe and throw it at you. And it's one of those things where it's not gonna hit because you have so much time to just sidestep. And he obviously wasn't actually trying to kill you, but he's just trying to prove a point. Like,
Intimidation.
Can I catch it?
Yeah.
do you want to try to catch it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, roll me.
I'm like stood at the back, just like because I have no idea what's really going on, so I'm just
Roll me.
just listening.
Roll me a acrobatics check.
How do I do that?
It's one of your skills on your sheet.
Oh, yeah, on the left side where you have all your big stats, on the second box, you just click on acrobatics.
Yeah, lots of times I'll call for different skill checks, and that's where you find all those.
Oh right, I don't have good acrobatics. That's fine. Still gives it a go.
Okay, that's actually enough where you're able to like kind of slightly grab it. You don't actually get a full hand on it though, because it's spinning end over end. You kind of like hit the handle and it like knocks it to the side so that it's not even close to hitting anyone. But it does, ow! It hurts your hand. You take 1 point of damage just from like.
Yeah.
And then the dwarf is like, look at this lash. Thinks she can catch one of our axes out of air.
Once again, you've attacked me unprovoked, and I have chosen to not attack back. I'm seeking peace, please. How can we get Bren out here to your leader and try to negotiate peace?
I wouldn't trust Brennel as far as I can throw him nowadays. Poor bastard's only cares about his own good. And Brennel was like just sighs, like.
In the background, I pick up the axe. By the way.
Yeah.
I'm just like fidgeting with it.
Okay.
Would peace not be mutually beneficial?
I'm not a diplomat, I'm a guard.
If there's one thing I know about dwarves, they love 3 things: rock, ale, and music. Now, with me, I have a world-renowned bard. Are you going to bar his entry to your king and deprive him of such a performance?
The guy,
your honor for letting us enter.
The sergeant is like, listen, I'm not a diplomat. I'm not a clerk at the court. I'm a guard. I do what I'm told. I was told to not let this fucker in, pointing at Bradel. And he's like, I'm not going to let him in. Now that's it.
At that point, I would look at Bradel like, Bradel, do you have like an emissary or something we can take to? Because I fucking hate you, man.
Yeah. Is it around? No.
Brandel like looks at you and his eyes just narrow and he's like I could just hop on the castle and we could just go anyways.
That's true.
Yeah, but if we do that, I feel like they'll be even less happy when we approach the capital.
Yeah.
He's like, it'll be fine.
I'm not entirely sure about that.
I want to take an insight check on the It's Fine.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, feel free to
use your little merchant thing.
Feel free to use an insight roll. If you guys can all do insight if you want. Okay.
Oh, I saw the 23. That was mine.
Helios, you think he's being honest. Britsha, or so Bree and Talvo, you both can realize he's not letting on to everything. Like, there's definitely something he's hiding.
Bree's getting slightly pissed off with the situation. So
I'm gonna
pick up the
kind of
axe.
holding the axe in a slightly more like annoyed way.
One of the rats is going like,
it up.
one of the rats is going like, bah, 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 like pointing at the dude on the wall, basically saying like, we should go beat him up.
I'm gonna crouch down because that's what Talvo does with shorter characters. Crouch down, put my hand on Brennel's shoulder. I'm gonna point up to my castle and be like, "You see how I'm missing a wall right now? I need you to be fucking straight with me, dude."
I only have 4 of those.
He's like, well, it'd be more just like a chunk out of one of the walls. It's not like a whole wall missing. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but
still, yeah, it's still
quite the mess to be cleaned up.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, listen, my cousin would not dare attack me once we've set foot into his mead halls. It goes against the dwarven code.
Well, then we'll meet outside.
Yeah, but here's the thing, is I got a feeling in this capital city, there's probably like a lot more frickin' ballistas and other shit that we have to get through to get to that meat hall.
He nods. And he's like,
He will run, but...
He's like, we'll probably have to go on foot the last way, yes.
Wait a minute. I look over at Helios. What if we make him invisible?
I thought the same exact fucking thing. That's like, last for an hour. We have to be quick. You could do it.
All right, okay.
They'll be mad, but if we're in the hall, they're not allowed to attack, right? That's what you said?
Dwarven honor would look down upon such an action.
Okay, so we're
Just to be clear, it's the hall? Not just like within the walls?
Within the cities. If we make it into Gavagard, we should be fine. But I want my men with me too.
I can only make like one of you invisible.
You guys are... Yeah.
He looks back at the men and like they're all like just kind of like bored and like fed up with the situation. He's like, listen, these dwarves haven't been in a dwarf home for quite some time. They want dwarven mead, dwarven ale, dwarven fire whiskey. I'm not gonna let them just sit out here in the woods while we go. Especially because the whole point is we're gonna bring them to deal with that archdevil. The nearest route around would take weeks extra.
Alright, Brando. What's your fucking idea then, buddy?
Yeah.
I feel like I've offered nothing but solutions, and both you asshole dwarves are just saying no to everything.
Yeah.
You're
just like, glue this guy.
At this exact moment, Bree's rats are both like doing dwarf impressions. They're going like, meh, like they have a beard, and they're like, they're doing impressions of the two dwarves, like pointing at each other, going, like the two rats are doing that. And Bree, I don't know what Bree's reaction to this is, but the Brandon is like, take it by nightfall.
Okay. Here's the thing, Brando. Is I feel like if we're coming to seek peace, assailing one of their guard posts by nightfall does not send a very good signal.
Yeah.
We could just take the castle. My men come aboard the castle for one night. We go over top or around. Meet up with the road tomorrow.
Could go around. It's kind of like...
Will be okay with being off the ground that long?
He nods. They'll live.
What do you think, Helios?
Okay. If they're chill.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say, alright, we yield, and we're gonna act like we're retreating, and then we're gonna go, you know, like around the mountain or whatever, and get everybody on board, and then
head towards like Deep Guard, and then just be like, psych.
Yeah, you would just go on a detour real quick. You know, might take half a day extra, but
yeah.
All right.
So is that what we're gonna do?
All in favor?
Branel would be in favor, yep.
He was party member.
Yeah, does Bree have any thoughts on this plan?
My headphones like disconnected for a bit, but like I guess canonically she was just not really paying attention. She was just looking like
that's
off
fair.
into space.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
huh? What? What are we doing?
We're gonna fake surrender. And, we're gonna fake surrender and sneak by anyway.
Reverse dwarf heist.
Oh, the last heist did not go well. Oh no.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Putting them in this time.
Okay. Oh yeah. So Branel will just be like, "Okay, leave the talk to me," and he would shout out, basically tell his buddy or be like, we're gonna go back. Don't worry about it.
You win this one.
And the
you take it back to it.
and the yeah, and then you would see actually the dude on the wall is like, fine, well then, good journeys to you. But then he like, as soon as he's done, he like turns and talks to a guard who kind of scrambles off. And Branel looks at you guys and is like, they're gonna send word back anyways. Don't worry about it though.
And we'll be there.
Are they all turned around at the moment?
Brando?
Not all of them.
Buddy, you were not honest with me last time and said don't worry about it.
Yeah. Another insight check.
But right now, I'm so fed up with you fucking dwarves. This is gonna be a tomorrow towel problem, not a today towel problem. Okay?
Okay. He's like, fine. Alright, so you guys can go back to your castle. You would pull the castle back like a couple miles to be out of the way. Then the dwarves would all load up onto the thing. At this point, you'd have to figure out a way to get the cart up there. Or leave it behind.
Well, I mean, I think at this point, we're trying to, like, figure out the logistics. I feel like if we had the logistics of trying, like, the dwarves would also have, like, their own supplies and carts and stuff like that.
That's true.
We would figure out the logistics of, like, a wide gangplank
Okay,
or something like that.
you would just... Okay, it would probably take the rest of the day to do that then, yeah. But at night...
The castle.
I'm assuming you would just, like, let the dwarves handle that, and then at night you guys would run this operation of just going around at night, navigating.
Yeah.
What I want, though, is... Helios, I want you to make me a perception check. Because you normally don't steer the castle at night. This is going to be how well...
Into a mountain, aren't we?
How well can you navigate through mountain passes?
Suggestion.
What if you use that inspiration? Why don't we?
Oh no! What if Bree turns into an owl and is your eyes with their sick ass night vision?
Okay, yeah, Bree could do that, and
Yeah,
like,
I get advantage on the roll then.
well, yeah. So actually, I would just say you get advantage from that because Bree in owl form can be like, woo, woo, like tug you a different direction, like with the wing, be like, woo, woo.
So we're basically ratatouilleing the castle through the
Yeah. Yeah. So just do another normal roll.
2D.
So yeah, Helios.
Please don't.
Just do a okay, there you go.
There we go.
So 19 is pretty
I
good.
have +9 perception. These are shit rolls.
Yeah. So you you are able to actually navigate pretty well through the mountains, and you don't get shot at anymore. You don't get attacked anymore. You make it through the night, and then the next day find yourselves a little bit off the road, the main road here. But you're in a flag castle, so. And it's actually just only a couple more days. The dwarves say, they're like, you know what, we'll be fine to... The dwarves don't like it. There's a lot of them that get, not really seasick, but airsick, I guess. A lot of the dwarves, like, throwing up, like in the first couple hours here of being aboard. They're not used to being off the ground, right? So...
Aim it over the edge and we're good.
Yeah, they'll aim it over the edge.
Bree, can you show these guys the cool dancing rats?
Who am I showing them to?
The dwarves who are unhappy about being off the ground.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yo, dwarves, check this shit out.
They
point over to...
roll me. You know what?
Does the
Actually,
same flip.
Britsha, roll me a performance check because you're helping direct this performance.
Helios assist.
Okay, yeah, and Helios can assist, play music.
Yeah, I got
So-
the boost, and them I give the boost back.
So do it with advantage, Britsha.
How do I do advantage?
So at the top of your
that's-
sheet, there's a button or like the toggle at the top of your sheet.
okay.
Yeah. Just make
Hit
sure.
advantage, and then you hit performance on the left there.
Yeah, which is a skill. It's another skill. Oh, let's go! Nice. So Bree is not like
7 and 20.
yeah, Bree is not necessarily very charismatic, which is why there's no bonus to this role. But she puts on a good show for what she knows how to do, which is like they'll basically encourage the rats, and the rats are like, oh, woo! We'll do the flips and stuff, and then like run around in circles, do all this little stuff. And Helios is kind of doing some just like kind of goofy, like carefree music. Yeah.
I like to think that it's just his entire performance, and it builds up to like a silence. The rat does one flip, everyone's like,
Yeah, and the dwarves are like, some of them don't really care for it. These are like mercenaries, right? But a lot of them are still like, yeah, this is fun. Might as well blow off some steam and relax. And you guys have some extra like ale you'd probably bring out just to cheer up the spirits. And Brando will actually come up to you guys and be like, or he'd come up to Talvo, who's probably watching the other two do this performance, and he would like slap Talvo on the back, except it's more like the butt because he's a dwarf, and he'd be like, I appreciate Talvo.
What is this obsession with slapping Talvo on the ass?
He's a dwarf. That's the highest he can reach. So
happy to have you guys along, buddy. And again, I'm crouching down.
he nods. He nods. He's like, hey, just trust me. You stick by us, and we work together. There'll be lots of riches for both of us by the end of all this.
It's a check moment.
If you fuck me, I'm going to burn everything down.
Let's go with dinner first.
He actually just chuckles and slaps you on the ass a couple more times, and he's like, the feeling is mutual. I know how it goes with these jobs.
Take a long drink of something. Like, well,
being fucking serious.
And he kind of drops his carefree demeanor that he kind of has putting on in these social situations, and he looks at you just like, oh, I am too.
Slap him on the shoulder. Okay, buddy. And I stand back up and walk away.
Your intimidation definitely got the message across, but he seems like he's just also kind of unfazed, right? He's a hardened mercenary, he's gone through wars, so.
I've got a fucking flying castle.
Yeah.
we can just go higher in the air, get advantage on the intimidation.
Yeah. So, okay. Where is Bree staying? Have you guys made a special room for Bree yet? Set aside a room, or is Bree just
She's definitely not in the standard barracks. Obviously there would be women and male barracks, but we would find a nice little, not necessarily something that me, Helios, or Adau would have, but
okay. You just have some extra space. Yeah.
4 stars.
It'd probably be honestly a storage room that you set aside a part of as a little dorm for Bree, and Bree honestly needs a lot of storage space for all the plants and supplies and stuff that she has. So
also at some point I would have been hey Bree, if you want to turn that corner of the courtyard into a garden, go ahead.
Go fuck. We have so much dirt that we done.
Yeah. When would
if you want to plant some weed, that's totally fine.
When would Bree do most of her gardening work? Would it be was she a morning person or a night person or
night person?
Okay. Is she a partier at night or she just kind of prefer relaxing under the moon and stuff?
No, just that she she goes out during the day doing the flower stuff and then comes home before bed. She needs to set up all the plants to make sure they're all good.
Okay, yeah.
And we also would have shown her the library at some point if there was anything that she could discern that we couldn't from it. Seems like a book person.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. And okay, so we'll say that this one the group also has Bree would have noticed that the group also has a forge actually that they recently installed, a new forge, a smithy inside the castle courtyard.
The plants away from that.
And it's but it's probably at night, one of these last couple nights when you're heading towards the city, that Bree is out working in the garden when she notices Branalt, the leader of the dwarves, kind of sneak in, just kind of slip into the smithy, and he definitely seems like he's trying not to be seen.
This is the what? The slippy.
What?
What? Into what?
So the leader of the dwarves kind of sneaks into the smithy.
Smithy?
Yeah.
What's that?
The forge.
Smithing place.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I alert some?
That's your character. What do you do?
Yeah, you'd be alone at this point, and just with your rats.
Why? So what is that nighttime while I'm doing my flower stuff?
Yeah, exactly. You're just kind of working in the garden and setting up some.
Well, I guess I notice it, and then I.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Send off one of your rats to wake either me or Helios up and be like.
Well, first I think she would just want to, see for herself what's going on.
Okay.
So she'll send the rat Blunkus into to follow.
Okay. Blunkus is like, you like point at it. He's like, eh? And he's like, oh. And he just goes, like runs away. You know how rats have like little run with it, like,
You're so good at doing rodents. I now see why you're a chipmunk.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny. Lever has a thing where if so my girlfriend has the thing where if I get crackers, she makes me do a chipmunk impersonation called like
Oh, I just ate all my crackers.
Yeah. Anyways, though, so the then the rat comes back, and it does like little like hand motions, and it tries to. You would understand that it's trying to tell you that like, there's a couple dwarves in there, talking. It'd be like.
Yeah, then she's starting to get a bit like, something must be going on, so she then sends both rats, one to wake up Helios and one to wake up Talvo.
Okay, yep, sounds good. Here's the thing, so you can't, sending them on more complicated tasks, like go wake up a person, it's a little more complicated, so I want you to roll an animal handling check.
Okay.
One for each person.
Oh, no, just have advantage on.
That's fine. If you roll with advantage accidentally, we just take the left one. That's fine.
Okay.
So 11. Okay. So they go off towards to get the others. In the meanwhile, what do you do?
I guess I just act casual and just continue with my flowers. I don't want to make them suspicious.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is a good ways away from the smithy, so like, yeah, you'd have to walk over there, and people.
I am getting slightly suspicious and like considering the idea of maybe going and looking for myself, to like peek around a corner or something.
Sure. Yeah.
So I might do that. I might start, see how close I can get before.
Yeah, you could just kind of like, honestly, you could make it look like you're like investigating some plants growing against the side of the wall near there, right?
Yeah, like maybe I'll look like I'm trying to like go and take some plants somewhere else in the castle, so I'll like grab a bunch.
As you're getting closer there, and there are dwarves all around in the courtyard around little like campfires here, right? But they don't really pay much attention to you. You do hear some murmuring going on inside of the smithy. It's kind of hard to make it out. You'd have to kind of like go sneak under the window and like listen.
Can I go for that then? Can I try sneaking?
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
All right.
Okay. It's not terrible, right?
It's a Talvo stealth checks.
So it's not terrible, right? Because the average roll is going to be around 10 or so of an average person.
It is also nighttime.
It is nighttime, yeah. So you kind of sneak over there and you're listening, and you hear Brainel talking. He's like, "Don't worry, just a couple more days and this will all be resolved. I just need you to keep telling me what's going on up here, Theo, and just make sure that they aren't trying to plot against us. We can't have them turn on us now." And
we got a fucking treasure planet going on here.
Theo, by the way, is the name of the smith, the dwarf that you had brought up to be the smith of your castle, who's teaching your guys smith.
Fucker.
And Theo's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on what I can. I even stuck into that one elf, Adau, I think is his name, stuck in his room, looked at their logs real quick to make sure they aren't planning anything." And Branel is like, good. I should get out of here before they see me or notice I'm missing. And at this point, you can hear that they're kind of wrapping up their conversation, Bree. So I imagine you kind of like fall back.
Yeah, I quickly sort of scurry away.
When you hear, when you start scurrying away, you hear them be like, "Wait, what was that?" But at this point, at this point, unfortunately, your stealth roll was decent, but at the when he kind of
turn into a rat really quickly.
You hear them, one of them walking over to the door.
I like throw the flowers like into like the nearest room, and then I like turn into a rat.
Yeah, well, this is outside, like in that courtyard. So you just throw them against the wall, like on the corner of the wall, and then turn into a rat. And then you see, the door creaks open, light coming out, and the guy and Branelt is there. He's like, looks around. He actually sees the rat, and he's like, "Oh, it's just one of that chick's rats. Whatever." And he closes the door. And
he's sexist too. No.
He didn't say anything sexist. He just said that chick. He did.
Specious,
So then you're able to like run away as a rat, and luckily he mistook you for one of your own rats instead of you.
Oh yeah.
At this point, Talvo, you get woken up by a rat.
I really like this idea where at some point in time, Bree turns into a rat, and then there's just 3 rats on the ground, and they all scurry in different directions.
Yeah, but so Talvo, you awaken. A rat is going on your face.
It's like a little gust of wind. It's like a piece of hair stuck on you. It's like
there's been enough midnight fuckery on this goddamn castle. Talvo knows. Ugh.
And the rat is like squeaking, like, and he's pointing at the courtyard.
I already know to go to the courtyard.
It nods, and then it'll jump. It'll jump on your shoulder because it doesn't want to have to walk all the way back.
I've overcome my fear of rats. I'm like, okay, buddy. And then we're heading towards the courtyard.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Helios, you don't get woken up.
Actually, that's the one. That's the other one. That's the more lazy one that doesn't really do much.
Yeah. Talvo, on the way back, you actually see the other rat is like in the kitchen looking for cheese. Like it's in the you hear a clatter of dishes as you're passing by the kitchen on your way out, and you look in and you see the big lazy rat going like with a whole wheel of cheese, like.
I'd shake my head. I'd look at the other rat and be like.
It's like it doesn't know what you. And it just jumps off and it scurries off to get Helios. So Helios, you would arrive a couple minutes later, but you guys would all be able to meet outside. You would probably go to the flower spot, and you'd see there's a rat waiting for you, and you would recognize this rat as being Bree.
Crouch down. Hey, what's going on, little buddy? I mean, I assume along the way, I would have passed one of my nighttime sentries and been like, hey, might be something up.
Okay, they wake people up, or like at least get ready,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah,
oh, right. Am I here now?
Yeah, you're in rat form, but you can unrat if you want.
We're talking to a rat like, so what's up?
I'll just stand there as a rat for a while. Going over like in my head what just happened, and then when I'm ready I burst back out as human Bree.
Yep.
And so I was just doing my usual, the flowers and all that at night before bed, and I noticed something. I noticed so who is it? What was the dwarf that went? So Theo's one of them, and then who's the other one? Who is that?
Branelt, the leader, yeah.
Branelt's the leader of the mercenary band who's currently chilling out in our courtyard.
With us.
Yeah, I saw Branelt walk over to the smithing area and was having a chat with Theo. And so I sort of snuck around, tried to have a listen, and I could make out that they said that they were, they seem to, what was it? Shit, I'm trying to remember now. They sort of plot. They seem like they think we're plotting against them, or they're going to turn on them.
Objection much? We aren't doing anything. I'm worried about something.
They seem very sure about that we've got something going on. and like they're getting prepared for it.
Oh yeah, the other thing too, I guess, is rather than just like just alerting the guy, that would have been like, you know, man the walls rather than, because like I was already going to the courtyard. If we were going, I didn't know if it's an external or an internal threat because I already have my doubts about Brendo. So I would be like, hey, like wake the guys up, send them up to the ramparts, and we'll just see what happens.
Okay.
This is a more specific instruction, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Did it sound like they didn't trust us, or rather that they were deceiving?
Yeah. Oh, and I also noted that apparently one of them snuck into Adau's, is that how you say it, its room?
Yeah, Adau.
And looked at his logs to see what you guys have been up to.
That's a little suspicious.
Ain't that?
Yeah. So something's going on.
All right. Well, we're gonna play it cool for a little bit. I got men getting up and ready. But we need to get to the bottom of this shit because Brennel's already lied to us once. It's not unlikely he's lied to us again.
But what if we just call a general meeting, like, hey, like we're under the cover at night, let's figure out our plan, and then
oh,
we're figuring out our plan for what's happening soon. So
at this point, Riley has come out of the castle, and he's like,
"Oh, on a dagger. Does that have that rat tail yet, bud?"
What?
If he wanted me to remove it for him or not.
Oh yeah, well he's like this would be a little ways away from you, the entrance to the castle. It looks like he was gonna head over to like kind of fraternize and socialize with the dwarves. Like he was coming out with his lyre already out, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm coming. And then he looks over, he's like, oh hey, Talvo and Helios, and all the dwarves like look over, and you see Branold actually comes out of the smithing thing, and is watching you guys now. They can't hear what you're saying just between yourselves, but they've noticed that you're.
Give like a normal way, like a...
And then you see Branold looking up and noticing that there's a bunch more guards on the ramparts than there were before.
It's the middle of the night. We were in unfamiliar territory.
And you see Branold actually kind of whispers to one of his lieutenants something.
So we got like a.
You really want to shoehorn into combat encounter today, huh?
I mean, you know, he's to Branold right now. It's looking very suspicious that you guys have all your guards.
We had nothing against him, and now he's being
hey, Branold!
There,
pretty cool smithy, huh? It was pretty expensive. You like it?
Branold's like, oh yeah, just doing dwarf things, checking it out. What's with the?
You've been here a couple of days.
What's with the double guard? What's with the double guard tonight there?
We're in hostile territory. Why wouldn't I have them up there?
Honestly,
roll me a deception check.
I have a legitimate concern about the wall being gone.
Hold on.
Not deception.
I'm gonna roll his insight. He rolled really bad, so he believes it. He's like, fair enough. I was just checking things out. And you say him kind of go do a hand motion to his men, who you just now realize a lot of them have their hands on their weapons. But he kind of is like, stand down. Basically, he tells them with the hand motion.
We make no motions to our guards.
But what I will do is I will shout out a little louder than I've been shouting earlier because we're pretty far away from each other. And thieves can't. Wait, hold on. I can formulate this thought. Yeah, but like you've had like a couple days to check out the smithy. Why are you doing it in the middle of the night? And then interlaced with that is enough keywords for at least my men amongst. I mean, we have like Boarman and stuff who wouldn't understand it, but it's like get ready.
Okay. Yeah, your men are at the ready. Like, they don't have bows drawn, but they definitely have their hands on their bows, and crossbows or whatever. Branold is like, well, you know, many times us dwarves don't really sleep well at night. We sleep at all times, because under our mountain homes, the sun doesn't reach.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you've had a couple days to be checking out that smithy. Why are you doing it like right now? Did you miss something the first time?
He seems annoyed by this line of questioning. He's like, and his men have all kind of stopped their like chatter and games, like dice games, whatever, and now that everyone's watching. You have a few of your people in the courtyard, including Riley, who was about to go hang out with the dwarves, and he's looking over like, what's going on? And then Riley actually shouts out. He's like, oh, and Talvo, come on, I seen him go in there every day the past couple nights. You didn't know that? And Branel is like glaring daggers at Riley right now.
Like, I think nothing of it until I see the glare. Like, I mean, they are dwarves, but that is odd.
I mean, it would make sense that they would like want to hang out in a forge when they're flying through the sky. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Branel just says, "I'll see you in the morning, Talvo. We should reach the city then." And he just starts walking to his tent, unless you say anything else or try to stop him. Because the doors have like several tents set up in this, courtyard.
So, performance. No, it's not.
So, Helios, you got a little bit of insight on this? Something you wanna, a little bit of input, perhaps?
I have 12 persuasion. What the fuck? I don't know really. I don't want to break out into a conflict in the middle of the night. We could just push them off the edge if we have to, but I think we just play it out until we get to the city, because we may have an unknown ally. Apparently, we'll see what happens.
That's true.
I'm thinking.
We could just deliver them enemy combatant on a platter and be like, haha, check it out.
Have you any input?
I think, yeah, Bree, do you have anything? What would you, I mean, I know you're rather new, but do you have anything?
No, I haven't really, I guess we'll just wait and see.
Adau.
But he is starting to, I don't like his attitude, it's really pissing me off.
Alright.
So, if you're gonna kick his ass or something like that, like, I'm all about that, but, I don't mind the wait.
I was tired as fuck. I got woken up by a rat. I just want to go back to bed.
Well, now, I'll laugh really loud, like, Bree just told a hilarious joke.
Yeah. I did emotions like I'm actually telling the joke too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of act out there like, we're just having fun now. Okay. Yeah, and you...
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, you head back to your beds.
But obviously on the way back, I'd be like, keep an eye on those nerds.
Yeah.
Guard up to not obviously they're suspicious of us, so keep where we're at.
Yeah. Your guards your guards will make sure that you are guarded and the entrances into the castle itself are guarded. And watched. Okay, cool. Yeah, and the night goes without incident, so you guys get a good night's rest. And yeah, the next day you are going to be making it to the city of Gabagog. I think it's a good time to take a break though. And we probably won't go,
so bad.
yeah, we probably won't go too much longer tonight. We'll probably go another. Are you guys all good for another?
The castle.
You guys all good for another hour or so?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take. Yeah, so we'll take a quick little break and then we'll go a little longer. So, be right back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here.
See what you're muted.
Okay, yeah, we're back. What did you do,
He's
Helios?
insanely muted.
Wait, I can just like.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted in Discord too. Yeah, we're back, but what is happening?
Hey. Oh, wait, we're back on stream? Oh no.
I don't see the problem.
Yeah, everything is normal. Don't worry.
So weird. Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's not properly cropped. Hold on.
It's just I think it's just on my end. It's on OBS. Wow. Okay, well, we're back. What's going on oh, Jesus. What is going on the map here? Hold on. I need to. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I need to go a little bit more to the right.
Oh no. Hold on. Okay, no, you can't draw in this part. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. I'm deleting. I'm nuking it all.
Like all the errors. Did you see it? Floating up by the window.
There. I'll leave me though.
Which one?
Which one?
The good one.
Yeah, I was trying to do blush lines and I fucked it up, so I decided it was acne instead.
Thespian poetry. So, here we go. So weird. Alright. So,
I'm trying to get back to normal though. This is what happens when I use hypnotic pattern. They just see this in the sky.
yeah. So okay, so the next day would come around after your little nightly standoff there, and morning would come around. You guys would be fine. There's kind of some high tensions still, right, between you and the dwarves.
No.
But you're fine. Do you like follow up on that at all or anything, or?
Man, I was looking to confront the next day once both these casters have their spell slots back and be like, hey,
I didn't think
be
that.
like, listen.
They do have a long rest button on the character sheet now. It's very nice. It
Yeah.
just fixes
Yeah, I
everything
saw
for
that. I
you.
did see that.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
So you guys take a long rest and then meet up in the morning over breakfast in a private room, probably.
Yeah. The cool cafeteria. We're sitting at the cool kids table. Everyone else is just...
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the tension between, by the way? Do we have like, there's half the dwarves that like us and half of them that are following?
It seems more like the dwarves are all pretty unified in following Branelt. But now that you kind of confronted Branelt the night before, the dwarves are a little more standoffish and kind of keeping themselves. And whenever, if you see them in the morning before you have your little meeting here, then they will just go like, instead of like having conversation.
Who is it though that we were able to like get to aim, like when we were alerted and?
It was just that was
aiming
all.
people.
So that was your crew on the castle, right? You have the dwarves on
Who's
here.
our crew?
Your crew is a mixture of Boarmen. There's like 20 or 30 Boarmen, and then there's like 20 or 30 humans, elves, and halflings, and a couple dwarves as well who are part of your group, not part of the other group.
Okay. Can I trip one of the dwarves over, like in the hallway?
Sure. One of the
Just like make it look like an accident, but just like
roll me
to just
a
satisfy myself.
roll me a sleight of hand check. That's another skill check.
Sleight of leg.
That's not good.
Not great.
And that is true, Helios. Yeah, that is true. You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Again,
like,
you
I never
only have one
used-
slot still, like you said.
Yeah.
So.
I never use enhance ability.
Yeah, you kind of like go like boom and like trip one of them, and they go like, ugh! Then they look at you like, "What the fuck did you just do?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so careless. Oh man. Whoops.
They're like, ugh.
Get your dumb little girl. Oopsies.
They're like,
Yeah,
you're
play
lucky.
the card, play the card.
They actually pull out an axe and point it at you like, "You're lucky." and then they just walk off.
Okay,
Alright.
so we're doing like a little morning meeting then. Hey, Helios,
Yeah, that's me.
can you tilt the castle?
Oh, how many degrees?
45 seems good.
Shit, you're gonna slide off of that. I was thinking like 10, so it'll be like, oh,
Here's the thing: is like
we're dodging a mountain.
maybe we just gather all of our guys up on the wall opposite of the front gate, and just.
You do realize that 45 degrees is like.
Yeah, I have an engineering degree, Helios. I know what 45 degrees.
Oh, but the Talvo doesn't have an engineering degree, though.
Like, yeah, I got a protractor out. Like, you do realize.
What I'm saying is, okay, I'm not sure.
They're
I'm
gonna
not sure.
slide off, and they're gonna be a little angry.
All I'm saying is, if all of our guys are on the ramparts, we tilt. Yeah, we tilt. They just put a foot on the wall, and they got a great firing position. Whereas those guys down in the courtyard are all scrambling to get foothold.
When you said confront them, I was thinking more of like a hey about last night, and that can be the ready backup.
So here's the thing: is obviously I don't want you to do it all at once, but we're up on the wall. We're up on the wall. We have our guys, and then the castle starts slowly tilting towards the front gate and the gaping abyss below us. And we give Brent out one last chance to come clean with us, and if not, and
We'll give it we'll do it like a 10 degrees. Let's see if I've ever walked up a slope.
Well, yeah, I mean,
right,
we can start with that.
Yeah,
But just
like hold on, like we're not used to these mountains. We're figuring it out. I
just
can play
don't lie to me in my own home.
Yeah, 45 degrees. I'm not lying.
Okay. Well, those.
Yeah.
I like Talvo's idea.
Ma'am. I'll just be like right now. Just
So
we'll go. This is why I'm not actually falling off this castle.
We're gonna be on the walls. It'll be okay.
That will already be suspicious.
Okay. So
I'm in. Just we gotta not. Be
what are they gonna do? Break in and instantly make a fight happen?
They know how to use the forge. They could break it.
We could tell them there's like a party going on, like at the edge of the.
Hey, everybody gathered over there.
Yeah, it's all going down over there.
Yeah. No,
Guys, there's a bomb threat. Everybody go into one central location.
Because we're just traveling. Let's have Riley do a performance. Towards the front of the
Sacrifice Riley.
No, Riley will be behind the wall, and
Grab him by the tail as he's flying over the edge.
well, the thing is, how long does fly last?
like an hour or 10 minutes?
Oh, no, we're just gonna dump him off and save him by the.
No,
Catch
we,
him
ca-
there.
we let him know what's happening. We cast fly on him first.
Oh yeah, where are the fucking wyverns and all this, by the way?
Down to the
yeah.
ground. Down to the ground.
The
Down to
what?
each other, down to the ground.
Okay, they're just tied in one corner of the courtyard.
Yeah, we would have
Okay.
moved him to like a safe place.
You wyverns.
Away from Bree's pretty
They
flies.
eat meat, they're carnivores.
Huh, okay. Wait a minute, I thought I could do something really funny because I switched to OB. Oops, not that. Uh oh. Go back. Okay. I'm game.
So what's the plan? Tell me the plan.
I'm sorry, poetry.
No,
I know I'm such a
this is not what I
player.
expected. No, this is great. What? Okay, just tell me the plan. I'm gonna write it in my notes. That's the plan.
This is how Adau starts the next day. He's like on the ceiling. He's like,
What the fuck? Okay.
alright, so we're going to slowly tilt the castle to intimidate them. I'm going to start being like, oh shit, sorry, like we're new terrain.
That's a really good plan. Like, there's something going on with the crystal. I'm having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'm not used to these mountains. Give me a second.
So you're gonna like basically get all your troops ready inside the castle, march out on like the back wall. Like here, let me put you on a map of the castle.
Yeah, give us the castle map. That would be helpful.
So like, okay, so Britsha,
direction.
this is the map we've been using for the castle. Except obviously this castle on this map is not flying. Just imagine that where this moat is instead like the drop off of the castle, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Does everyone else have this big ass gray square?
Yeah, that's the actual castle.
Okay.
Because it's like on the one below this, it's smaller. It's more like this size. It's obviously a little sloppy, but like.
Okay, let's establish a couple things here, right?
Yeah.
So like down here. You probably need to zoom out to see that.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Wait, yeah, I gotta zoom out on the stream view. Okay, yeah, what's up?
Okay, we're gonna say down here.
Down where?
Is where
oh, yeah, there. Okay.
Britsha's pretty little
okay.
Flower garden is.
Got
and
it.
then I guess we would be keeping the wyverns like
Yeah.
up here.
How else to set all your flowers to rotation?
To be clear, yeah. So, sorry. So okay, all right. I'll draw this. Okay, so flowers.
Flowers are over here.
Flowers are here. The up here, this is like the smithy, the forge, like one of these buildings up here. And then what is over there?
That's the wyverns. That's where we have the wyverns.
Oh, okay, wyverns. That makes sense in the
Yeah,
corner.
they're tucked around back in that corner.
That
They only
makes
have
perfect
one way to-
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the dwarves, their camps would be all around this space. I accidentally deleted the big square.
That's fine. The big square was ugly. No, come on.
Okay, I'll delete it. I'll draw.
Use the theater of the mind.
I'll draw a better one.
Yeah, draw a better, whatever I drew there. Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Uh-oh.
Use the line tool.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So the dwarves, I'm gonna just put like some. Actually, yeah, this works. Hold on. I'm gonna put like some little like rectangles where like their dwarven tents would be, right? Their dwarven tents are just all around different places in this courtyard, kind of crammed together. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get Adau out of here. That dude's been sleeping off a 3-day bender.
So the keep would actually be like kind of shaped like this. Maybe not quite so random with its polygon shapes, but like the idea is the keep is like the majority of the back end of the castle, right?
Okay, yeah, this right. Okay, I see though. Okay.
It's probably not. It's probably a little neater looking than that, but it is roughly that size. There's even like this tower on the one side of it, right? But yeah. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, I think to increase the deception, I would still have men like posted like here,
okay.
here, but they would know what's coming.
Okay.
They
So
would know that like when they feel that shift, get up against this corner, maybe tie yourself to something.
So to be clear, the plan is. I'll just draw. Actually, I'll freehand draw where. So you're gonna basically post troops up like on this wall, and like on this wall.
I mean, obviously there would be mostly up, yeah. Like,
On the keep, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, the keep is like a good like 60 feet off the ground. So if you tilt it, they're gonna be kind of like looking down in a weird angle, but it's definitely gonna be you have the height advantage at least.
And yeah, if they get shot back at, then you go.
Okay. Okay.
Simple, just wait.
And hold on 1 second. The other thing is the ballistae are up here. Oh, that's a very small ballista. Hold on.
It's how you use it, really.
Let me make it. Yeah. Let me make it a little bigger.
Which one of these
too
walls is the one that was slightly damaged, by the way?
It would have been like over here somewhere.
Okay. Probably won't matter, but it's good to make the situation more complex to mine for the DM.
So the ballistae. Oh, the whole map instead of the ballistae. The ballistae are up on like these walls over here.
Yeah, well, they're front heavy. We'd have to tilt pretty far for them to flip over and fall off.
Okay. So the plan is line up, like basically get your troops inside the castle already. All of a sudden, march out and then start tilting, like as soon before they have a chance to react. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I mean, but again, there's like gonna be people like up here who like knows what's gonna happen, so it's not gonna arouse too much suspicion. I mean, if you want to make me do a roll to see if they notice before we do the actual confrontation.
Yeah, it would be something like this, right? Like all the circles I marked would be like all those places would be lined with your troops. These ones would be have troops before.
They wouldn't be lined, but they're basically like they're dummies to make it look like to distract from the fact that everyone's amassing in one place.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, so is that the plan? Would you just like kind of spread word around for an hour or so, let people know, and then?
Yeah.
And are you gonna have Riley like come over here and put on a performance?
Are we ready to cast Fly on Riley?
Yeah.
First? Okay.
Flattery.
Okay. So he'll have Riley there. There's Riley. Put him on the map. Riley will be there. He'll be strumming his lyre. When you guys are like meeting in the castle, like you're getting all your dudes ready in like a back room hidden away where no one's gonna run by and see. And Riley's like, "Sure, you want me to do this?" Before this,
Riley, buddy. Again, down on my knees. You can do this, guy. If they try to hurt you, just fly away, dude.
He's like, okay. And so Helios is gonna cast fly from his instrument.
Yep.
And Riley first like messes around. He's like, "Whoa!" Like he goes up in the ceiling and like accidentally bonks his head.
No, don't do that. Just act like you aren't flying.
He's like, "Oh yeah. Sorry, okay, yeah. And then he's walking, but then he's hovering like a foot, like an inch off the ground. Anyways, no, but
he's not moving. He's just
yeah.
Give him a push.
He's so far below like everyone else's eye line here that I don't even notice.
Yeah.
That's actually fair.
So he's like, okay. And he's like, I can do this. I can put on a good show. And he'll go out. And a few minutes later, your guys...
Product inspiration, just in case.
Sure, yeah. A few minutes later, your guys are all lined up in like the dining room, ready to run out onto the roof as soon as the order is given.
Yeah.
I imagine, are you guys going to go on the roof so you can like shout down at the dwarves?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be here. I assume that Bree and Helios are going to be right there with me.
And because it's like a high angle up, you'll be able to actually get all your troops on top of the roof. Those troops.
I don't want to show my troops. I want it to just be the three of us standing up there.
Sounds good. You're able to do that. You, as you start heading up there, you hear Riley down below, strumming his lyre, kind of a warbly voice, singing because he's nervous, and but the dwarves like cheering him on and be like, "Yeah, Riley, yeah." And even your troops up on here, like pretending like they're watching, right? Like playing into this.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you have a bunch of your archers and crossbow file up onto the ceiling, but far enough back where they're not going to be seen from this angle. Then you guys step out, the three of you, to the edge. You're overlooking the dwarves. They haven't noticed you yet. How do you announce and start this plan?
Reynolds! I would call him out.
And there's kind of a hush comes over the crowd, and Riley's like, "Ooh." He sits still there. And then Brandon looks up. He was kind of near the front of the crowd. He looks up. He's like, "What?"
You have one last chance to come clean with me.
He looks suspicious, and all of a sudden, the people around him start like putting their hands on their weapons, on their belts, right? And he's like,
I would motion to Helios tilt 5 degrees.
Okay, so start tilting.
Hold on, wait. Okay, there we go.
So slowly the castle starts tilting, and they're all like, "Whoa!" Like everyone is like, "What?" Like all the dwarves are like, "What the fuck?" Brandon's like, "Come clean about what?"
I know you're conferring at night with what I assume is a spy you planted among us with your forge master.
Among us. He's like looks around, and like the forge dwarf is actually out here, and he's like, "What? Like me?" Like basically feigning innocence. Brandon's like, "Am I not allowed to talk to my own dwarves?"
Do we
5 more degrees. 5 more degrees.
Okay, so it's up to 10 degrees out, and he at this point is like kind of, they have to like brace themselves at an angle, right? And he's like, "What is the meaning of this? Are you gonna tilt your castle?" You actually hear crashing from inside the castle of like boxes and beds falling over and shit.
Last chance, buddy. You told me twice, don't worry about it. I know you were lying the first time. I assume you were lying the second. How about you come clean and I don't dump your whole fucking party off this fucking castle?
My business is my own. Listen, we... He's doing the motion, Helios. Another 5 degrees.
Yes.
The other 10's just at 20 degrees now. Trying to think what that is actually... Like, that's pretty steep already. That's...
It's messing my head. I can't do this.
And there's like shouts and stuff. You hear like creaking of like wood supports from inside the castle and stuff. And
I don't know how much more we can go in this.
Bradle is like, listen, Talvo. I know that I can't trust someone like you. You know you can't trust someone like me. We haven't done anything hostile to you. Why do you suspect us?
Why will you not just tell me what's going on? Why wouldn't they let you through the gate? You led us to believe that if we came to them and tried to make peace, it would all be okay. They refused you at the gate, and we tried to sneak you through. I'm not looking to make another enemy, because right now I see you as an enemy because you've not been transparent with me.
What do you want to know, Talvo?
Why would they not let you through the gate?
They're suspicious. They think I might try to lead a coup.
Would you?
He looks at you and he's like, negotiations are first.
2 degrees.
First. So it's on the list. Just not.
And if negotiations didn't work?
He said, he like kind of like just grunts. He's like, huh, what do you think? So
I think
what?
we're not on the same side then.
And at this point, a lot of the dwarves are using their weapons to like brace themselves at an angle.
I do a quick, so we don't like tilt further. It's just like a quick like bump, like a shove and back.
Oh yeah, I do like the idea of just going whoop.
Yeah, I'm getting like real concerned about this level of tilt here. It's like I'm like hearing the crashing and shit. So I just like a little boop.
Well, now that I know how badly they hate you, you're looking to make a case for me to not make you just a meal on a silver platter to gain favor with a much better established force of dwarves to come help us fight the archdemon.
My cousin Eric wouldn't bother budging a muscle of his own, let alone an army. You'll have no help from him.
I haven't met him yet, and you've lied to me twice.
He shrugs. He's like, listen, as charitable as I am, I'm someone who's traveled the lands and worked with non-dwarves before. My cousin is one who doesn't view non-dwarves as anything more than slaves to his whims. I at least give you a chance.
One of you spent a spy into my home, and one of you didn't.
My cousin would if he could.
And why should we believe that from you?
Wow, for all I know, that's a third lie you've told straight to my face. In my own home.
And how many of your deeds are lies, too? I know for a fact it wasn't just you alone who took this castle.
Yeah.
Your force doesn't even have the balls to defend this from an actual attack.
Give him the dupe. Give him the flop.
Okay. Roll me a intelligence check, Helios.
Oh god. Hold on, I'm on the page.
So this is all about physics and calculating what's going to be the right amount.
Yeah.
Let's see, how intelligent is Helios in making physics calculations on the fly?
I have 2 fucking degrees in this. That better be. Let's see, where is it?
Well, real life Helios does. Let's see.
Which one was it again?
Just just a flat intelligence. It'll be on the left, like where your ability is. No, it's not a skill.
Not a saving throw.
Not a saving throw. Just like click intelligence where your intelligence score is. Like.
Oh, you can do that. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, do you have 14 intelligence? Oh, that's better than I thought.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. So.
Mega mind.
You do this. Wait, what? Actually, I'm looking at yours, but you only have 10 intelligence. Or why is he doing +2? That's
I won't deny
weird.
that. But yeah, I do have 10.
Huh.
I'm on normal.
That's weird. I don't know why I would be adding 2.
Even without the +2.
Still 19, yeah. So yeah, it's still good. You go like whoa, and like all the dwarves, like half the dwarves like fall down, like and you hear some creaking and more shit falling over inside the castle, but none of it is like too bad. And Brandon's like, "Are you fucking mad? I'm offering to help you. All I require is just a little assistance."
For what?
It seems like your head is worth a lot more to a city of dwarves than you and your little band. Trying to think what a nice word to say. you and your little ragtag band have to offer me. I have goals beyond you. You are a stepping stone. Make yourself worth stepping on.
He's like, listen. Like I said, my cousin, you could talk to him. In fact, I'll even, if you really want to, I'll let you bring me in as a ransom. You'll see just how useless he is, and then maybe you'll listen to me.
Offering to just let us take
Helios, can you bring us back to level for a second?
Oh god. Slowly. Oops. Oh shit.
And you slowly level it out. The dwarves at this point look like they're about to ready to fucking charge in your keep, but Brandon was like, calm down.
I just hold it up and I'm like...
Yeah, Brandon is telling them like, hold.
Submit yourself to imprisonment, and I'll take you there. And if what you say is true, we can fuck. If not, I mean, I'm telling you right now, your dwarves are getting out of this fucking castle this second. Either, the long way or the short way. Allow me to bring you as a hostage to your cousin, and I will see the true nature of these negotiations. Otherwise, y'all taking a long fall.
Let me just roll something real quick.
That was real quick. Yeah. Oh, I just say nondescript bottle. This is the crystal. This is the crystal.
He'll motion for his men to stand down. Is like, put away your arms, Ben. He's like,
I'll put the crystal away. I'd be like, all right.
He's like, he would say like, I'll go along with this plan. And he'll make sure like that it's clear that his men are going to stay back on that side towards that wall, and he'll walk forwards and walk into the keep, throwing down his weapons as he goes.
Okay.
And Adau will go and just like.
Well, I'll motion to somebody to come like rope him up.
He's like half asleep, like alright.
Yeah, so they'll go and put him in another cell, so now you have 2 prisoners.
Nice. How about the rest of them?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna lower and
The drawers will get out.
Yeah, escort everybody else out.
A couple of them like spit on the ground as they go, but they don't do anything hostile.
My brother in Christ, I've shown so much mercy. I've shown so much mercy.
I've really gone a lot further. I've tested this thing. I know how far I can go.
maybe as they're all going down the gangplank, we rattle the island a little bit.
Yeah. While you're doing this, to kind of figure things out, one of your guards comes up, one of the ones that was on the front wall actually, and is like, "Sir, one of the ballistae was damaged by the tilting. Some of the wood creaked and cracked, and one of the supports broke."
We can fix one of them.
I wasn't thinking we should have just tied them to the back so that even if we tilted, they would have just hung in the air. But
yeah,
retrospect is a hell of a bitch. Sure.
Yeah. Hey, do we have to worry about sabotage from the guy who taught our blacksmith guy? Maybe he taught him like a really shitty method for something.
Yeah, I want one of my guys to stop Tio on the way out. And
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
Yep.
That guy's deserving.
We'll treat you better.
This guy's deserving of an interrogation.
Oh yeah, you can interrogate him. Adau's good at interrogations, you know.
Yeah. We can do that later. It doesn't have
Let's
to
phone a
happen
friend,
today.
call him in.
And yeah, so do you talk to Brandon once he's in a cell contained?
Yes.
Okay. He just glares at you guys.
That's not a great way to gain favor with me, friend.
Wait, where is it? There it is.
So
Yeah,
plan?
he's like, listen, I know your type. You seem all right enough, but I can't trust you as far as I can throw you.
You can throw me pretty far. I'm kind of small.
genuinely, don't care about your opinion. I know you've lied to me twice since I invited you to my home. I do not take that lightly.
What about emotions to Bree, who's just kind of just sitting here listening in? So what about her? You believe she's really just a flower salesperson? How do you know she's not a spy from Floria or elsewhere?
Are you?
No.
All right.
Checks.
Hey, it's intimidation. It works, right?
This is a cute little flower girl, and she didn't bring 60 armed dwarves into my house and then lie to me. I think you're
Cool rat who can do a foot.
I would say apples to oranges, but this is like an apple seed to an orange tree.
What's an orange? I'm just kidding.
That was like the funniest kids out there. Anyway, go on.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
He's
Doesn't
like,
matter what oranges.
he's like so.
She brought on a cart full of fucking flowers and 2 rats. You brought on 60 armed dwarves.
My dwarves listen to my command. They didn't cause you any trouble. The only one causing trouble, as far as I can tell, is you.
Oh.
The only one tilting the castle, making threats, is you, as far as I can tell.
My castle, my rules.
Hi, Chris. Thank you.
Not the asshole, my castle, my rules.
Not the asshole, my castle.
He's like, you'll see when we get there.
I suppose I will.
Yeah. Seems like that guy at the gate. We could just take it to him again. Like it seems like you're super welcome here.
I mean,
I don't like your attitude, Brandon.
Wait, what'd you say, Britsha?
I don't like your attitude.
He's like,
You're pissing me off.
he's like, well, your attitude maybe needs some work too. All of you.
wait, what?
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you want to repeat that, Poacher? I didn't hear it.
He said, you all could use a change of attitude too.
So could you. Different type.
Can I threaten him?
Are you sure? What are you gonna say to him?
Well, yeah, I can. My rat can get in there. He could draw blood if he wants to, you know.
Okay, yeah. Honestly,
Give him
but
more than simple
roll me an intimidation check. Instead of a
This is
skill
for the
check.
rat.
Yeah. He is like,
Hey, what did you say?
he's like, I kicked the shit out of your rat before it reached me.
You talk big.
This infuriates Talvo. How dare you threaten the rat of our beautiful little flower girl?
He did a flip.
The other prisoner you guys have in a different cell, like across the hall, is just laughing. He's like, ha, you're all pathetic.
You're enjoying this though, right? You know,
This is at
you're
least
lighter.
some. He's like, I've been here a couple of weeks now. At least this is some entertainment.
I mean, here's the thing: is like we would not have told him about the tilting castle thing. So I'm pretty sure at some point he would smash his face. And
He's like, oh,
Ryan in the corner. So that's what the crashing was. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, going forward, we should be like tying stuff down so this doesn't happen again.
Had the wyverns down at least.
Yeah, the
We had 2
wyverns.
ewes and 2 stingers. So, flying scorpions. So,
Sorry, man. Lack of foresight on my part. I'm not part of this conversation, okay, man? Like, stay in your lane, all right?
Just nods.
we give it like full meals and shit. He's like, alright.
Yeah, we've been
So-
treating him really nice.
Yeah, you have actually. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah.
Can I
So,
also, why are we keeping this guy? Why is he here?
Oh, it's a long story.
Yeah, well,
Alright.
instructions from this guy.
we can get you caught up in the back end.
so Braille is like, well, we should be arriving in a few hours. You just gonna march me in there?
No, I think your guys are gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here out of sight, and I'm gonna have one of these guys fly in and announce our arrival, so I don't get my walls busted up anymore. Plus, there's another very key character who's not here that I think we need some input from. He's been sleeping off one hell of a hangover.
Yeah.
Breaking towards the fourth wall.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, honestly, I think it's a good spot to end up to wrap up the session here, where you guys did avoid combat. The check I rolled was his wisdom to see if he was gonna be wise enough to go along with your plan and not just order his dwarves to attack or something, right? Dumb. But he rolled high. He rolled a 15 wisdom, so I was like, that's smart enough where he would be like, let's be real, I can't take them on like this with the castle tilted.
Chaos.
So, because he was definitely considering it, you could tell he was, but he backed down. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, yeah,
Chaos, because we didn't do
So,
that.
just real quick before we end the session,
yeah.
just because I'm so jealous of Adau getting laid so much, can I roll a charisma check to see how many maidens I bedded during our several weeks in Kerbach City?
Sure, roll a charisma. Yo, nice.
Bring your turn.
I don't know why. It's adding +2 to all your rolls now, Helios. That's weird.
I'm just too fucking.
I don't know why that would be. Let me try to figure that out. Yeah, no, he
That's a Christmas save.
You weren't even there.
Hold on.
That's a
Why is
save.
it adding a +2 to everything for you?
I don't know.
I'll figure that out. Either way, yeah. So, yeah, the
Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
Let me
that's
let me look on your sheet. Oh, I see. What? Wait, is this why?
I turned inspiration off.
Oh, is it just the +2 from his new bow?
Oh wait,
Is
no,
that
no,
what's-
yeah, that's right. That is. Wait, hold on. It shouldn't be that.
No, anything with charisma doesn't have that weird like it's 16 +2 to be 18.
No, but that shouldn't be.
on there?
That's not no, because it should just be +4 from that, because it's 18
Yeah.
is +4. I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out. Anyways, though, so yeah, the Oh wait, is it because? Hold on, let me look at your thing. Oh, I know why. It's because of this. You actually have a bard ability that does it. At starting a second level, you add half your proficiency bonus, rounded down, to any ability check. So in other words, you're not proficient in
Oh.
you're not proficient in a flat charisma check, but even if you're not, you add half of your proficiency, which is 4, so it's 2. That's where it's coming from. So it is actually correct.
Cool.
Yeah, that makes it. That's really nice. Yeah. There you go. So basically,
That is nice.
even stuff you're not proficient in, you're half proficient in because you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah, half-ass all the things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah. So sorry, what did you guys say? Were there any other questions or things you wanted to resolve?
What if we ended on a little bit of chaos because we didn't get to do it last time?
Okay.
So remember how I was gonna go out as like the messenger and we just never did it?
Yeah. Well, there haven't been any like.
What if I like go out to the town and then we start the next session with me coming back? Just for fun.
Okay. Do you want to like go
Well,
out? You want to go out to the walls of the city and announce your arrival?
Like I may not be the best at the
Yeah, but like,
but I have the charisma.
Bree, well, I mean, Bree isn't quite part of the inner circle yet, so
It also makes sense that having a bard announce your arrival makes much more sense too.
Yeah.
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
teach me something real quick, but
alright, so the idea is Helios is just going to go announce your presence, see what the dwarves say, come back, and then you can discuss what to do after next session. So okay, let's do that. So
I think it'll be a little bit of chaos. I think.
So Helios, you're going to transform yourself with polymorph into like a bird of some type, I imagine.
Yeah.
You could even be like a giant eagle or something like.
Yeah, dude. Imagine you're like a cool eagle. You soar in to like the
Son.
town square. You
I'm on the
polymorph.
list. I can be
Polymorph off the ground.
Quetzalcoatl.
And you're like, bum, 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 bum.
The what? Helios?
I can be a Quetzalcoatl. It's on the list.
Can you be? Is that a beast?
It's on the list.
Hold on.
What the hell? 5e beast list.
Is that really a beast? Yeah. Well, but that's a dinosaur though, so I don't know if that would be like.
Feel right. I want to do it. It's funny that it's on the list.
Don't do something so elaborate they start shooting at
It
you.
has to
as
be
you
some.
approach the city.
It has to be something you.
I would do it with the eagle. It's just funny that it's
Okay.
there.
Would you be a normal eagle or a giant eagle?
Giant eagle.
Alright, so yeah, you become a giant eagle, start flapping off that way. Roll me an intelligence check.
I really love Britsha. I didn't even see this hay twitch down here in the corner. I love his little drawings.
This is so good.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, so you're able to, even as a eagle,
That's Dreg's character.
even though your mind is kind of in the mindset of an eagle, you're able to be like, oh, I need to go this way. And you head the right way, start flapping,
Eagle seat?
and you see that there is a. You see up ahead, after like 20 minutes or so of flapping your wings and flying, soaring through the air, you see ahead of you a large entrance into a mountain, into the side of the mountain, right? Cool. A big old, like a massive gate built into the side of the mountain, where at the top of the gate are. There's a gap above the gate and then the gate itself to go in, but you see like dozens of dwarves with crossbows and stuff. And as soon as you come into sight, you hear calls out for like, get the ballista ready and stuff like that. Do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Okay, well, that's fun.
Universal language.
Okay, so
Universal language.
So I'm assuming, do you just land like in front of the gate by a couple hundred feet?
Sure.
Okay, and then just go zoop back into your normal self.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do this, and when you do this, then they're like, stand by, because they realize it's not actually an eagle.
Yeah.
And a, like, sergeant or someone calls out, and he's like, who are you? What are you doing?
Do I understand them? Or are they like...
He would probably use a... He would actually use Boarman, because he sees you're a Boarman.
Oh, shit.
He's not fully literate, like, it's not fully well translated into his language, you know, but
I'll give him the respect of the...
Yeah, he's not fluent,
holy
but...
shit. Okay, thank you.
What are you doing, Boarman?
Yeah. We bring news. We have a, something that you guys may be interested in. Does the name Branelt ring a bell?
Hi, Branelt, third cousin of our lord here, Eric.
Have you any quarrels with him?
I don't know. I'd have to ask my lord Eric here.
Is he just here? May I speak with him? Does he also speak Boarman?
I'm not gonna let you in. Are you kidding me? Not yet. Not till I know what your business is. What do you have with Branelt?
Well, I didn't think this part through. I'm not charismatic in real life. So, well, we currently have him in our keep of our transportation because he tried to trick us. He was coming here to make peace, but we don't believe him.
Are you the ones in the castle, the flying castle, formerly of Hilda the Vosges?
So you're aware of us? Yes.
Our messengers arrived yesterday with word from our front line.
Ah, so they're much faster than a bird. Got it. Appreciate that. It's great to hear. So, yes, that is in fact us. We didn't like, we caught wind of you guys at your gate. It's a little funky out there. We didn't really trust them. Shit went down. We have him now.
Brandt is not wanted as a criminal. He's just not trusted here. If you bring him, I'm sure our lord would wish to speak to you all and him.
All right.
Bring no others besides you and the ones guarding him.
So like immediate, like I can bring my bros, but that's it. 'Cause I don't trust the rest of the dwarves either. It would just be us.
He nods. He's like, yes, just you.
Okay. So we have 3 of us, so we have 4 of us, including me and Brandon.
He's already turned. He's he's made it clear. He's like, you know.
The numbers, yeah, we cool. Okay, we got. Just so we know, there's no funny business. All right.
Yeah, and roll me another intelligence check.
Oh dear.
Okay. Still decent enough to make your way back. You might get lost on the way because in eagle form, you're like, oh, that looks like a nice deer to catch. And then you head back to the base.
Come back covered in blood, like what the...
Yeah, exactly. He comes back covered in blood, like deer blood, and you guys... Yeah.
Everything go okay, Helios?
Yeah, they're like really receptive and like willing to like cover. Yeah, let's head over. But only so like the rest of it, I mean, we don't want to trust them anyway, but we're good to go.
Okay.
They say that Eric would be interested in speaking to us about him. Not to him, to us.
And bring him gagged.
That is serious DM typing. So,
okay. So then, yeah. I think that's where we'll leave it off. Next session, you guys can discuss with Duncan as well what you want to do with this.
I think the pre-stream will be a little bit longer than normal, probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, that should be fun, though. And, yeah, I think that'll do it for us here tonight. In fact, yeah, I'm probably not going to be streaming after this because I have a class tomorrow starts again, so I'm going to be teaching.
Definitely don't notice I turned the little curl in the corner into an ahigao.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like it. Are any of you guys going live or?
Nope, I work in the morning.
Okay.
But This week I have Tuesday through Thursday off. I'm gonna do like a fuck ton of Peggle. I'm gonna play Shooting by God Shooting 2 for the first time. It's gonna be fun. Nice. Not tonight.
Right. Are you gonna be streaming Britsha or?
I don't know, probably not.
Okay, I'll host someone else up then. But yeah,
the gods are back and we're in fear.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see anyone who's still watching the stream. We'll see you guys later. We're gonna head out. So bye bye.
I was waiting for my turn, but okay.
Oh.
What?
Damn.
We're still live.